We live, baby.
Hey.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances never came past, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely. Sometimes you see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm off beat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me. Cause I know my time. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a play for no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games we play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is alive.
Hey.
Telling you the truth, hey. It's only what you do, hey. Some things you gotta do, hey.
Hey, Donald. When much expected, much is given.
When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat
with your persistence.
You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let us see.
Because I know you got an opinion on 50 Cent. I already know.
I found out what was going on over there. There was like a community appreciation day.
Yeah. I spoke to Sergeant Patterson. She says she knows you.
She don't know me.
Yeah, she knows you.
She don't know me. She may know of me. She don't know me.
Patterson.
She don't know me.
Uh-huh.
She knows of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she said your name and everything. Sergeant Dorsey?
Uh-huh. Because I stopped those two guys that were walking out, and one of them, he knew who I was. He's like, oh, I know exactly who you are.
You hellraiser.
I was looking for that wrench tonight.
It's just the 3 buttons on the YouTube side, though, not the.
I was over there. I didn't see 3 buttons at all. I'm gonna have to sit with somebody and have them just point it out.
Hey,
we talk amongst ourselves and everybody listens. Hey, Jason, what's up?
What's up? The Majestic. I was about to say Mr. Majestic. Woke man down. Mr. Vegas, OG, what it do? OG, Jeffrey Lakes, man. Lay the ground rules down. What's up, Triple OG? What's up, David the Real Thomas? Sergeant Dorsey's in the chat. Hey, what's up, Kim Pope? What it do? Part 4. What's up, Majestic? SS Caesar, Reggie Owens, and we in this son of a gun, man. I appreciate. Where DB at? Where DB at? He had a long day at work. Oh, he's the Majestic. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that DB?
Yeah, that's DB. Okay. I was about to put out a B. What's it called? What you call that when you're looking for ABP? What's it called?
You messing me up.
ADT. What is it? ADT?
No. APB. All Points Bulletin.
APB. Okay, yeah, I was about to put that out on them, man. Yeah, man. What's up, man? What's up, Real Talk?
Hey, Mr. Vegas. What's up?
So I met Sergeant Dorsey today. Hey, she's a real person. Hey,
got a chance to touch me and feel me. I'm not a hologram.
Yeah, she real, man. She's a real person. Super real. And so you want to talk about your sweaters?
Yeah, so I've been in the lab with the T-shirt fairy. Mm-hmm. And I came up with this idea. This is in direct response to Lil Tink Tink and his clan members. Mm-hmm. Stan Black and stand up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about them per se, but just it is kind of almost kind of a spoof on their thing, and then to just say we as a people really do need to stand up. We got some stuff we need to do, and I was talking about this earlier for those of you who were on my channel at 5 o'clock as I was launching this particular shirt. That we really need to come together. I think so much of what's going on right now with uh, Cube and now 50 Cent is really by design to really be divisive and to cause a lot of chaos and confusion and backbiting because, you know, my video that I did last week, I've got over 17,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them are, people who think like I do.
Facts.
But I don't necessarily know that everyone is Black either, right? They just come on and say stuff. They're a silhouette. It's very easy to hide behind the anonymity of a computer. And, that's why I don't engage and I don't argue with folks because I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know. I don't know who I'm talking to.
Right.
And I think if we pay attention to what happened in 2016, there was a lot of discontent sown in our community, and we just bought into it, and we fed it, and we gave it life, and before you know it, it started off smoldering, and then it was a damn raging forest fire. And that's what I don't want us to do this time going forward. And so I came up with the Stand Black and Stand Up to say we really do need to come together as a people, and we need to start doing the things now that everybody is saying we need our own party. I shared with someone earlier on my channel who said we need our own party, and I know I've heard folks here say that, and so I don't know what that looks like. I stay in my lane. I talk about police stuff, but if that's a thing and folks really want to do it, then we should be talking about how do you make that happen right now, right? What does that look like? What are the steps? And if you're going to start your own party, you're going to have representatives and chairmen and chairwomen in all 50 states so that you can coalesce behind this thing, whatever it is. Let's start now. Let's stand Black and stand up. Get her done.
Imagine, I have no idea what it takes to create an additional political party. I wouldn't know where to begin. Be honest.
Neither would I, but I know it's something that ain't gonna get done in 2 weeks. I know that, right?
No, it's definitely not gonna get done in 2 weeks. And we got 2 weeks. Hey, because the devil was alive. Hey, she'll be back. Let me beam her out. Okay.
Where'd I go? Okay, so my camera wants to switch up. Let me bring in the good camera because this right here is whack.
Yeah, big time.
Whack. I'm all fuzzy and stuff.
Did he just created one? What's the name of it? There we go. What's the name of Diddy's party?
Huh? Oh, somebody said somebody created one?
Yeah, it said Diddy created. Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm all for it. I just get with Farrakhan. Yeah.
And do what? Get with him and do what?
Do Farrakhan vote? I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just real curious. Would he be a voting person?
I would say no. I would say no.
I wouldn't think Farrakhan votes.
Yeah.
You know what I want to know too, just since we brought up the Nation of Islam, how much property well, I know we don't have the answer, but maybe we have some nation, some NOI men and women in the chat. Do they still own the property that they had in the 50s and the 60s? And because I know they had like sub communities within communities, like especially in Harlem. I wondered, did they relinquish those properties for a multitude of reasons, or they still have properties like in Chicago and in New York and Detroit and Philadelphia? Farrakhan votes? Oh, so no, he doesn't vote. Yeah, DB said he doesn't vote.
And somebody else said yes, he do. So, okay, so I guess we don't know, right? Yeah, we'd have to ask him to get the real.
Well, maybe we can get him on the show.
Yeah, you get some. Hey, speaking of on the show, how did it go with? I was in the lab. I didn't get to tune in with
Oh,
Sister Girl last week. How did that go?
You would have liked her. You
I
would
mean,
have.
I know her. It's not like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know her
Okay.
personally, but I mean, you know, she's had me come and speak at some events, so I know she's cool.
Yeah.
Did you get your questions asked
Yeah.
about the sheriff's
Yeah.
department? What did she say?
Yeah. Everything you would have said.
Okay.
Like she was strong. Like he needs to go. We got to get rid of him. You know, and they don't. He's in an elected position.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just got elected.
yeah,
Just got elected.
they have 2 more years, and they
Mm-hmm.
going to do everything in their power to make him, you know, just a man in a uniform. You know, so.
Well, what does that mean? Make him a man in a uniform? I mean, I know those aren't her words, but
He didn't say
you
that.
know, he's the sheriff. What you mean, make him a man in a uniform? He is the sheriff. He has tremendous power. Please understand that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's not a figurehead. He
Oh,
runs the LA County Sheriff's Department.
yeah, but they can have mutiny on some level, you know, take away overtime and shit like that, and funding.
Who? The board of supervisors could take away overtime?
I'm asking.
Okay, but do I care? Shit, I just worked a 10-hour shift. I don't want to work overtime. Works for me.
Got you. Okay.
You know, that's how, you know,
I understand.
the ground pounders think. Okay, take away overtime.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Okay.
See, that's why, you know, all that old code speak and double talk, and we gonna do everything we can to, you know, make him a what? Make him a what?
No,
He's a sheriff.
I suggested that. I don't want to put words in her mouth. But
So what did she say she would do or could do as a junior, brand new, you know,
I would have to
kid on the block?
Revisit that, but the same okay. To complete the thought, her energy was like, and her tone was like a person that would be the third person in this interview.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so,
wanting amenable to doing something different, but is it realistic?
Well,
right?
They got to vote. The people got to vote.
What people?
Because he's in an elected position, so they got to vote.
Well, it would have to be at this point. It would have to be have him recall some kind of way. You know, they just ran the Santa Monica police chief out, Sister Girl. Well, she's not a sister, but female.
Really?
They took up a petition. They got 60,000 or 600,000. They got a lot of signatures.
Wow.
And
really?
and so they sent that heifer to packing. Yeah. So, but here's the deal.
Yes.
So she is resigning. Well, she's retiring because she had sufficient time to do that, right? So they didn't. I mean, they said they fired her, but the truth of the matter is,
salary? Is it based off your last salary? In most police departments,
what?
Your retirement.
It's based on tenure. It's based on your service. So when you get to the point where you're pension eligible for LAPD, for instance, it's 20 years. Once you hit that 20-year mark, ain't nothing they can do. They can, you know, start paperwork to fire you, but you run down to the retirement counselor before they pull the lever and you just retire, which is what happens a lot. And that's what happened with the Santa Monica Police Department chief. She said, oh, okay, you guys want me gone? Okay, I'm going to retire. But she was so slick with it. And just to show you how they are, so her retirement is official October 25th, right?
Sunday. No.
October 22nd, I think tomorrow, she gets a new job. She will be the president of the International Chiefs of Police Police Association. International, not local, international. So the police chiefs from all over the world have their own little hoedown, their own little, let's get together and talk about shit that don't nobody know we talk about but us. She's going to be the president. What kind of punishment is that?
It's not a punishment.
Exactly. And the fact that they are making her the president just before she's no longer a police chief shows you that they all work hand in hand, because they couldn't make her the police chief the president of the Police Chiefs Association in December, because she ain't a police chief. You see what I'm saying?
Is that a public service position, international police, or is that a private sector?
I don't know. What difference does it make?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Because because in the private sector, they're just like a consulting firm, right? If they're in the private sector, right?
Well, I guess it would be like, no, it's not a consulting firm. It would be like, let's say the NAACP. Every NAACP chapter has a president.
Gotcha. Understood.
All of the presidents then belong to a special group.
Gotcha.
Just the presidents.
Okay. I get it.
Right?
Yeah.
So all of the police chiefs nationally may have an organization. But then internationally, that means the police chief from Zimbabwe, from Brazil, from wherever, all of those police chiefs have their own little secret society.
Makes sense.
She's the president of that.
Makes sense.
After 60,000 people ran her the fuck out of Santa Monica. And y'all gonna make her the chief of the international? Is that really? That's how they hook each other up.
What did she do to
Well, they didn't like the way she handled the demonstrations, the protests, and all of that. Whatever went on.
Oh, this ain't like ongoing. This was fairly recent where they decided.
Oh, just now. Just now.
Wow. It wasn't like a mediation process and 18 city council meetings. Wow.
No, something happened during the protests and they got together, and however long it took them to get these signatures on a petition. So I guess with the petition, they would have then gone on to the next step, whatever that would have been, right? Because understand, police chiefs serve at the pleasure of mayors. So I guess the next thing would have been then to go to the mayor and say, look here, we got all these signatures. Folks are not happy with this heifer. Gotcha. She needs to go, not now, but right now. And so the mayor probably called her in and said, look here.
Yeah, you're
gonna have to, my hands are tied. You got to go. But let me tell you what I'm gonna do before you go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a phone call over to the International Police Chiefs Association. I know they got a president position coming up. So 2 days before it's official that you're not a chief, they're going to make you the president. So you just slide right in. That's how they get down.
Yeah.
So what did she learn as the police chief in Santa Monica? What did she learn to not do? Nothing. That's a really nice feather in her resume cap, if you will.
Big time.
Female, president of the international, the whole world. Really?
The whole world. My heavens. Yeah, that's insane.
So there's that. So, so that's why I say, people don't understand how much power comes with that title. And, for as much as, Mark Ridley Thomas, he's been trying to get in Alex Villanueva's tail since he got elected. And they ain't been able to do nothing with him. And that's why he thumbed his nose up at him. He's like, what?
Wow. And people still elect him?
Well, they did. I don't think they knew he was going to get in there and do what he did, because as soon as he got in there, he showed his entire ass, and he's been doing it since day one. His son is working over there now, and he's a piece of work, allegedly, from what's out there. He hired a guy who was a deputy sheriff and a wife whooper, allegedly, and lost his job because of it. And Alex Villanueva bought him right back. That was the first thing he did, was bought him back and gave him a nice little chunk of change every month for a salary. And they've been trying to unring that bell. They have not been able to do it. Mark Ridley Thomas and the others haven't been able to do it. He's the sheriff.
So it would take like a public recall, something like what happened in Santa Monica.
Well, they could try. You could try. But he has the support of his officers, because you understand they got 17 gangs over there on the sheriff's department. I promise you he's one. I need to have him pull his pants down and take a look at his ass. He got a tat somewhere. He's something. If he ain't a Viking, he's a damn regulator. He's something.
17 gangs?
Within the sheriff's department. We talked about that.
Yeah, but 17?
17 different gangs, internal. Wow. That's bananas. And he knows it. He knows it. And he said, look, I don't have time to do no inquisition. I don't have time to be going around asking people, are you a regulator or a Viking? I don't have time. I'm too busy over here doing the Lord's work. And nobody has been able to make him make time either. Because he's sure.
Well, it's going to be a big deal when he comes out for a re-election.
Well,
how many terms has he
done
so far? How many?
This is the first. He just got elected.
Okay, yo,
about
definitely.
a year and a half ago. Yeah, he just got elected.
Because you got all those cities, you know, along the exterior, you know. But you got Hawthorne, you got
Lennox,
yeah.
All those unincorporated city,
Compton, yeah. Linwood, yeah, all around
all that.
All on that 105 realm. So, and those
then out in the valley, you got Antelope Valley, Lancaster, you got sheriffs out there.
Sure, right. And they may vote for him, you know. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't no, I don't vote, but across the street they do. Like literally across the street. my neighborhood is so weird like that. But yeah, because I'm 77th and Marina Del Rey sheriff. Yeah, so you know what I have noticed too, and it's because of you, Breonna Taylor on my social medias. I ain't seen her, dog. Like I follow her mother and I follow her lawyer. You know, the lawyers that were on, they're constant about it, and kudos to them. But
everybody's changed channel.
No one is talking about Breonna Taylor any longer. I don't see no hashtags. I don't see no videos. I don't see nothing. I don't see nobody crying. I don't see Louisville. Damn.
Now they just the judge in that case just ordered the transcripts or the tapes or the video, whatever was going on with the grand jury, unsealed.
Yeah.
The judge just ordered it unsealed, and so brother man Daniel Cameron said he's not going to appeal it. He said he's confident and he stands behind his previous position. Well, he's confident until, he ain't confident until, they get in his ass, because we know that he lied. And 2 jurors have come out and said he lied. He didn't tell us about homicide. He told us, don't even worry about murder. You don't even need to know what the elements of murder are, because it wasn't no murder. The officers were justified. So you don't even need to worry about that. That's what he told them. And now we know that that's what he told them. And now his excuse is, well, listen, I only presented them with the stuff that I thought was a winner. I wasn't going to waste my time telling them something that I didn't think I could convince a jury down the road. Well, that's not really how the court system should go. You don't get to decide that, right? Bring it to a jury and let them decide. And that's the same thing Jackie Lacey said today, because I had an opportunity when I left you to turn on the radio and hear her talk on KNX 1070. She said the same thing. That was her rationale for now prosecuting police officers. So, it'll be very interesting to see if your people down there give Jackie Lacey another term. She sure wants one.
Matter of fact, I'm about to vote on that right now. Yeah, man, we got to get Jackie Lacey out of there, man. And what did she say?
She just said that, people don't understand how difficult it is to bring a case to court and get a conviction. It's very different when it's a police officer versus a civilian, when you take a civilian to court for murder. And there's a lot to consider. And, if she doesn't, what all prosecutors say, if I don't have a winner, if I don't think I can convince 12 people, then I'm not going to file the charges. And that's why the term DA reject, you've heard that term.
A lot.
Yeah, that's what a DA reject is. It's like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to convince a jury. So we're just going to reject, and we're not going to even waste our time going to trial on this one. And that's her excuse for not prosecuting police. I call bullshit. The reason she doesn't prosecute police is because California law enforcement police unions have paid $3.2 million into her reelection campaign.
Yeah, you told me that. I just voted for George Gascon. Oh, George Gascon is
former LAPD, former San Francisco police chief, former San Francisco DA.
Yeah, he Holly endorsed him.
Yeah, and LAPD don't like him. You know, they don't like him for a lot of reasons. They don't like him because of whatever beef somebody might have had when he was on LAPD, and they particularly don't like him because he is promising to hold officers accountable. Now, I don't know if he will be able to, but that's what he's promising. And I say, why not take a chance and see? Because we already know what's up with Jackie Lacey.
She ain't got no respect for civilians. How well paid is the attorney DA? How
What
well?
does the DA make? I don't know. You can Google it and find out.
Yeah, you can Google it and find out.
I'm sure she makes six figures for sure.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sure.
Probably, you know, mid six figures.
And she gets a car and she gets a credit card and sheesh. Damn. It's a racket, man. This once you get in and you know how to navigate, you can be a career politician.
Oh yeah, and that's why so many of them feed at the trough. That's why they become council members and then supervisors and then you know whatever else. You know,
you never had an itch to be a politician ever. While in 20 years, you never saw LA and was like, you know, I can make a difference. No,
not that way. I mean, I think I can make a difference. You know, that's why I do what I do now.
Yeah,
I have no interest in running. Because I'm not begging nobody. I'm not kissing no babies. I ain't going door to door. I'm just not built that way.
You know,
I'm just not built that way.
As I get old, the phone lines are open, guys. So feel free to call in. As I've gotten older, I've begun to think the same thing. Like an independent voice like mine is I think can go further in terms of where it needs to be as I grow my platform, as we grow our platform, you know, because if you're a local politician, it's just local, you know. So, but I think it's gonna.
And then I wouldn't want to be beholden to anybody. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like being told what to do.
773, what's up?
Salute. It's that season, man.
Oh, what's up, man?
I'm here with my son, man. He want to call in.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday, man. It's his birthday.
Everybody like and subscribe right now.
Right now. Tell him again, big homie. Tell him again, big homie.
Everybody like and subscribe right here, right now.
Oh man, you got your daddy in you, man. You got toy guns and everything, huh?
Yeah, in the middle.
Little Caesar, man. Appreciate you, big homie.
Peace, I'm out.
All right. Peace, I'm out. Yeah, his birthday. That's dope shit.
All right.
Appreciate it. All the time, soldier. All the time. Yeah, that's his birthday, man. When's your birthday, Sarge?
St. Patrick's Day.
17th? 3/17?
Yes. March 17th. Got plenty of time to save up.
Do you wear green on your birthday?
No, come on now. Come on.
Okay. Hey, triple OG. Did you get a plane ticket this week? No?
Did not.
Oh man, triple OG slack. He just like to push the buttons in the chat. You know what I mean? He just like to push the buttons in the chat. So Ice Cube, man, you've been making some waves. Tell us how it started, because you tell us how it started and where you're at today.
Well, I'm where I was when I started. So I made the comment, and I know, what's going to be controversial when I say it. And so, it's not like I'm just pulling stuff out of my nether regions when I say something. I'm clear, and I've already made a calculated decision to do that. And so what I said Ice Cube got played, and I don't know what his version of the hive is, but ooh-wee. And I don't know that they were all Black folks. I think a lot of them were trolls that were, on my YouTube channel and bothered by what I had to say. But what I meant by that was that I think he gave Lil Tink Tink and his people an opportunity to use him in a way that he probably had not intended for them to do, because when he did meet with them, the first thing seemingly they did was send out a surrogate and say, thanks, Q. we appreciate you working on the platinum plan. Now, they didn't say nothing about his plan. They said, thank you for working on the platinum plan, wanting to sit down with us. And I just thought that that was not a good move because, number one, we're just 2 weeks at that point outside of an election. We don't know if Lil Tink Tink is going to get reelected, number one. So then the meeting would have been moot. Number two, if he gets elected and somehow the Democrats are able to flip the Senate, they could conceivably do to him in a second term what they did to Obama when it was GOP led, which is not give him anything, not allow him to pass any of the policies and programs that they wanted to pass. And so then that whole meeting, his CWBA becomes moot because they're not going to deal with it. But more importantly for me, and listen, I'm me, so I don't expect anybody else to be me. But when I think about the jackass in the White House, and I hate to say no to anything because, I think sometimes you do have to sit down with the enemy. But we already know that this guy is a pathological liar. We know that he's narcissistic and cares about no one except for himself and, of course, the daughter wife. But the problem that I have with him is that right now to this day, he is still calling for the execution of the Central Park Five, now the exonerated five. And so when you have a white man who's still calling for the execution of five black.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. No, I'm being dead ass. He's still calling for the execution.
He says they should have been, even though they've been proved, he don't care. He said, well, fuck, I don't care. They pled guilty. They admitted it. So, wow. So when you have somebody with that kind of mindset, and I think I certainly have something to offer, I would be willing to talk to just about anybody, but that jackass. That's just me. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't tell Cube who to talk to. As long as he ain't making me talk to him, it's all good. But I think when he did meet with them, and I understand, and you guys should know that, he don't meet with Trump. He meets with his surrogates. His surrogates are Trump, because you don't get to be the president of the United States and have people running around handling business behind your back without you knowing and giving the okay. So a meet with a surrogate is a meet with him. But to meet with him and have them immediately out him, hey, we met with Mr. Cube and he's with the platinum plan. They could not have done that if he had never met with them. And I just think it gave them an opportunity to do that. If he wanted us to know he met with them, he could have come out and said, oh, look, I just had this meeting and this is, what we talked about, or this is what I proposed. And they said they'd listen and I appreciate them listening. He didn't do that. They did it. And now he's been doing damage control. And you understand it absolutely is damage control. I don't give a shit whether you want to call it that or not. That's what it is, because he's constantly having to explain something he would have never had to explain had he never met with him. Now they photoshopping damn pictures of him at 50 Cent with a MAGA hat. He got to explain that. None of that would have happened had he not met with them. Wait till after the election. What's another 14, 16, 20 days? That's just me.
You don't think that the sense of urgency was to make law prior to the election to get the black vote?
Ain't nothing gonna get done. Ain't nothing. All that was is what I think it was designed to do is exactly what it's doing, which is causing us to bicker and fight amongst ourselves. And people who are pretending to be black on the internet who probably aren't. And we know that there was a lot of that going on before, and it's going on now. Intelligence has said that there are people who are creating, and we even have heard that on Twitter and Facebook, they've taken down fake accounts because people are putting out misinformation and things that are not factual. And so I think it's doing what it was designed to do, have us arguing amongst ourselves, having pitting black men against black women. I had somebody come on my channel and tell me I'm a damn feminist. I had to look it up. I'm like, really? I'm a feminist? I had no idea.
Oh, man.
So,
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't think Trump is going to win. I think he's a sitting duck. I mean, They're gonna keep on saying he's responsible. Oh shit, we got someone on the phone. I'm sorry. What's poppin', man? What's poppin'?
It's me, Triple OG.
I know. What's up, man? What's up, man?
Oh,
You over there pump
I heard
faking
what
in,
you
you over
said,
there
so I
pump
said
faking
it.
in Virginia, man. What's up, man? What's up? You supposed to send a
Okay.
you supposed to send a briefcase and an airline ticket.
Look, I'm supposed to do a whole bunch of things, but when I got a 29-year-old autistic daughter and every nigga on Facebook name Dutch Show and Rough House and everybody trying to get her and convince her to leave home since her mama died, and she don't know any better. Then I got a white lady who's supposed to have been a friend or a cousin who I don't know who bitch is, convincing her that she needs to run away from home. So right now I've been doing some things a little shady and maybe against the law, but don't nobody know that but me and y'all. And she had to be paid a visit, okay? So as I told them, I have 4 brothers and 20 nephews, and they love her. So the bitch been put on notice. But other than that, I am sorry, Sergeant Dorsey, but duty called, fatherly duty.
I got you.
And I still love you, baby. And I ain't going to jail either.
He said, I love you. He said, I love you, baby, like Lou Rawls and shit. You know what I mean? Is Lou Rawls still alive?
I said, I love you.
No.
Oh, he's not? Okay.
Is Lou Rawls still what?
Alive. Okay. No, he died of cancer, right?
I don't know what he passed from.
Yeah.
He's been gone for a minute.
All them Lou Rawls jokes and all that shit. All you gotta do is ask your mama. She know if Lou Rawls dead or alive.
She ain't in the office right now.
Okay, I got you with that one. I eased that one in on you. You weren't ready for that one.
I know he was everybody's crush, right? He was everybody's crush. Right?
I don't know that much about Lou Rawls. All I know, he used to beat the hell out of women.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died in 2006.
Lou Rawls would beat the bitch ass, man.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at your tone. Oh, wow.
I mean, I used to hear that back in the day, and he's talking about, you'll never find an ass whooping like mine. Someone who loves you.
Yeah.
Oh, I can sing too. But anyway, Sergeant Dorsey, I ain't gonna never forget you. I'll get to you.
Well, I mean, shit. You act like you got the rest of your life, nigga.
And I'm sitting here waiting.
Yeah, like you sitting here waiting and shit.
And I'm sitting here waiting.
Yeah.
Got more time behind us than we have ahead of us.
That's why I can't wait. I can't wait for you, sir.
But she ain't pacing shit.
I don't argue with people either.
She ain't pacing shit. She ain't.
Oh, but I mean, not pace yourself taking your time, but when you say you don't argue at people, that's pacing yourself. Yeah, that's a waste of time.
What are you doing though? Like, what are you doing? Playing with Legos?
No, I'm changing locks on my door with a Magnum in my damn pocket. It fell on the floor while y'all was talking. I said, "Oops, I hope they ain't heard it." Because if somebody tell me they're gonna send somebody to my house, how about this? I'm not gonna sit up here and think they're joking. But the other part is I'm a little crazy too. I kind of want somebody to come. So I got to protect my other daughter in the house and the African woman and my grandkids. So, I do what I got to do. But I like a little trouble sometimes. I mean, I don't call for it, but I protect my own. I protect my own. And I can still get a little flirty too. I got the phone in my pocket, so I can't see y'all facial expressions.
Oh yeah, you
don't know I'm giving you the side eye right now.
Oh, you get a big side eye.
Oh well, that's all right. I hope somebody else only gets a damn side eye from me, because even though the dude said I'm sending somebody to get you, I was inviting them. I said, damn, why don't you come? Shit, ain't gonna be no fun if you don't come. You the nigga that's cussing me out. You're supposed to want my daughter, but how you gonna cuss me out and think you gonna have anything to do with it? So ain't nothing but time and space between us, nigga. And how about my neighbor? He's a sheriff, and the guy down the street's a police officer, and they've been knowing her since she was a baby. How about they find anybody I want to know? Now, they don't supposed to give me that kind of information, do they, Sergeant Dorsey?
I don't even know what you're talking about, sir.
Sheriff giving private information to me about people. When I say, hey,
Yeah,
can you tell me who this is and where? No, they don't.
That sounds like something I don't want to be a part of.
I know, but they're white folks, so they do a little more than white black folks do. But I'm glad they love my daughter. So I guess they love her, but they always ask them what's going on, and kind of been neighborly, looking out for each other. But they put all their kids out the house. I told three black folks we don't do that. We don't put our kids out there at 16, 15, 16 years old, 18.
He just needs somebody to listen to him, Sarge.
Clearly.
Yeah, just changing locks on my doors, making other people feel a little more comfortable.
Man, anything else? Triple OG?
No, you called my name, so I thought I'd answer. I ain't want you to think I was sitting here going, oh, I heard my name now.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, man. We like, man, I mean, we posted, I mean, I supposed to know two people sitting on the dock of the bay wasting time.
You supposed to know. You think when me and Sergeant Dorsey get it on, we gonna tell you? Do you really think that? Now I got to look at her face.
You being a little bit presumptuous, and
then there's that.
Face. Let me
you being a little bit presumptuous in front of the jury.
Then there's that.
Look, nigga, I ain't got my dictionary. Tell me what presumptuous means.
Like you're.
I have some say. I have some say. That's what it means.
I remember you early on when you used to talk about you learn new words. You like use words.
Yeah, I do.
Just fucking with you.
I know. Oh, okay, you just fuck with me right now. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I like fucking with you because you are, you don't fuck with too many people.
Oh, okay.
But I like Fred in the barbershop conversation and all the guys in the chat.
That's what's up.
And the lovely and beautiful Sergeant Dorsey.
Well, I mean,
absolutely,
nigga. So he did die of lung cancer. He died of lung cancer. Lou Rawls. Yeah, in January 6, 2000.
Yeah, he smoked enough damn cigarettes. That motherfucker was a puffer.
I have no memory of Lou Rawls besides that deep voice in that one song.
Mm-hmm. He had a whole lot of damn songs, but like you said, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I was listening to Jay-Z.
Oh, I know your generation. But yeah, Lou Rawls was.
And
the white folks love Lou Rawls, so you know if the white folks love you, and he beating a bitch up and get out of it, shit. Lou, go back on stage. We got to have Lou on stage. He sounds like one of us.
Get off the line, man, and fix it.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, love you.
All right. Thank you, dog. All right, one. Oh, he can't. Oh, his phone is in his pocket, so he can't hang up. Oh man. So no airplane ticket, nothing. Brother Moses, Cube was Chicken Georged. I think he knows it. He's not naive. That's still big bro, though.
Well, I mean, you can't please, everybody clearly. And I don't think he's trying to, I don't know what's in his heart. I don't know what his intent was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what motivated him to do that other than, whatever he said. So, but, at the end of the day, nothing is going to change unless we change it.
I agree with that 1000%. I agree. And you know what I was thinking today too?
What's that?
One of the bigger reasons, and this is just a hypothesis. I'm not placing this on any one black person in particular, but just the conversations that I've had between this show and conversations in my neighborhood and wherever else I can have conversations, is one of the biggest reasons why black people are voting for Biden and with low confidence is because I think because of the fear of a white uprising. Like I've spoken to a lot of people because they say if Donald Trump gets in office, the country will go to shits, right? So if the only fear we can have, the police are killing us, right? We are underserved with from a social economical perspective, underserved from a educational perspective. We're underserved in a multitude of areas. The only thing that I could think of is an uprising.
I think it's going to be that if he doesn't win. That's just me.
You think it'll be the other way?
I think it's going to be the other way.
Hmm.
And I think they've been practicing. I think that's what Portland, Oregon was all about. I think that's why he sicked those white boys on.
Yeah, you said that
on the two on the Antifa. You know, and it's a white guy, so I try to stay out of white folks' business. But the fact of the matter is that you know, one of Trump's so-called supporters was shot and killed by an Antifa member, I guess. And then Trump assembled these marshals, is what he's calling them. Don't nobody know who the hell they are, because marshals are not a hodgepodge of agencies. You either work for the marshal's office, you work for the police department, you work for the sheriff's department. These were a hodgepodge of white men with guns who went and found this man and basically executed him last week or so.
Wow.
I think they're practicing. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I think they're practicing.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know what y'all think. Will it be a white supremacist uprising if Trump won or lost? Which one is more likely? I'm very interested in that. I thought
when he loses, because when he wins, then he gets to go right back to doing what he's been doing. Stand by, stand back, right? When he wins, if he wins a second term, he gets to continue to stack the courts with lifetime appointments of batshit crazy right-wing card-carrying Klan members. And understand this, I saw something on Rachel Maddow. I love her show because her research team is phenomenal. But there are 3 dark money groups. One is called the Federalist Society. I can't remember the other 2. And they were talking about how they have been grooming these judges since they were in law school. And this Amy Coney Barrett is one of them, who they start grooming them in law school, and they start paying attention to them. And if they want to get the attention of the GOP, they start writing things or saying things at speaking events that are in line with their thinking, doing away with the Affordable Care Act, doing away with Roe v. Wade, and whatever other thing is akin to their views. And once they get the attention of the GOP and the GOP starts to groom them, then they just follow them. And they've been doing this for over 3 decades now. And that's why you have so many people who are in positions of power right now who are like-minded, who are going to do things and institute policies and procedures that I said before are going to affect my grandchildren. Because these are young people. These are folks in their 30s and 40s. Some of them have never even heard a court case before. They've never even given a deposition before. And now they're judges. This lady, Amy Coney Barrett, if she's appointed to the Supreme Court, she's on the record for having said anyone who is involved in vitro fertilization should be charged with manslaughter.
Huh?
Yeah.
How long ago did she say that?
Look, I don't know.
I want to do my
she
research.
said it.
That's why.
Well, yeah. Well, research it and find out when she said it. But that's her position. That's her belief that if you are involved, if you are taking part of, engaged in vitro fertilization, you should be charged with manslaughter. That's just one crazy thing that she said.
And what's her name?
Amy Coney, Coney Barrett.
Barrett, yeah.
And she is one of the ones that they have been grooming. She got their attention. She's only been a judge for 2 years. Trump just appointed her 2 years ago. This heifer don't know nothing, and he about to put her on the Supreme Court. She's 48 years old. If she is blessed with longevity like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she'll be here when your kids are 40 years old.
I got to go through it because the only thing I got right now, it says she believes life begins at fertilization. But in vitro, in vitro is like going against God's will. That's yeah. Them strong Republicans. I definitely can see that. So how about so those are the crazy people that think that if you get raped, you got to keep the baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's ridiculous.
Absolutely. Yeah. No matter what. And I don't know if you know this about Mike Pence, because I just refer to him as the Christian because he's batshit crazy too. And when he was the governor of Indiana, it didn't pass, but he was trying to, just before he became the running mate for Little Tink Tink, he was trying to pass legislation that if a woman wanted to have or did have an abortion, that you would have to actually have a funeral for the goop. He was going to require any woman who had an abortion, no matter what stage, it could be a miscarriage, you know what I mean? If it's for your own safety and your well-being so that you don't die because of whatever, and you wind up with just a glob of gluck, you had to have a funeral.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So anyway.
My stance on abortion has matured, like has evolved. I should say evolved, like matured, like it's immature to think how I thought. I used to be like very liberal in terms of like abortion. Now I'm under the impression of like the abuse of it. You understand? I think that's wrong. The abuse of the abortions. I do believe a man can't tell a woman what to do with her body. And I do believe that there should be a level of consequences for a person who abuses the use of
somebody who's promiscuous and who just, oh, well, if I get pregnant, I just go get an abortion.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's a whole lot of women like that because, it's a big deal. It ain't something cavalier to just go and get and do. And, like any other, surgery or medical procedure, I think anytime you're under anesthesia, it's a big deal because you're not guaranteed to come out of it, no matter what procedure is. And so I would like to think that, women are not being willy-nilly with their bodies, because you could do something that could also, prevent you from having a family later if that's something that you decide to do. So I don't know, but I would like to think that, women are not being cavalier about that.
I saw something that said, since the injunction of Planned Parenthood, I don't know how true this is. It was like I haven't really done any research on it in recent memory, but maybe it was on Instagram or I saw it on YouTube or something. Over 50 million Black babies have been aborted since the injunction of Planned Parenthood. So, I mean, I don't know what percentage of that was done out of abuse or anything like that, but
or rape or or because the mother's life was in jeopardy because it was a damn tubal pregnancy. I mean, there could be a litany of reasons.
Sure. Those I would say should be covered by one, like rape. Obviously, it should be covered by the perpetrator. Is that what it's called? Is that what he's called? The perpetrator. He should have to bear that, and in my humble opinion, and this is just me being me, if a man does that to a woman and she gets pregnant and she aborts the baby, then he should go straight to the electric chair. That's just that's just what I believe. We
don't have an electric chair, so where would he go?
Oh well, he would get the Tukey Williams then. Whatever they use, Tukey Williams.
We don't do that either because we don't have the cocktail. But I hear you.
Okay, so what they do in California?
Nothing.
It's gone. The death penalty is gone.
Yeah.
When did the death penalty leave?
Dude,
man,
you need to get out more.
I'm so far behind. Damn. Well, next person that call and I'll research it. You know what I mean? But I just think, man, if a man has the audacity one to do that to a woman and then ejaculate in her? Come on, man. That's
And there have been some cases, where a woman's been raped and been forced to have to deal with the rapist. He the daddy, he got rights. I mean, it's a whole slippery slope. It's a whole slippery slope. It's a lot.
Do a man have rights if he, now here's this, hear me out with this. If they're having consensual, unprotected sex, he would have to have rights.
No, I'm talking about rapists. I'm talking about rapists.
What the fuck, man? Come on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's why we got to get government out of our business, man. It's just too much government. Man, come on, man. He ain't even got rights in prison. You work for 10 cents an hour. How the fuck you gonna have rights on the bed? Come on, man.
Yeah, I think I remember a story actually where this young woman was forced to actually take the baby to the jail to visit the rapist. It was bananas.
Okay.
It was bananas, and I don't know where it was. I can't quote it now, but I know there are some instances. It's not the norm, and it doesn't happen regularly, but it has happened. Okay.
So what just happened 2 years ago with the death penalty with Gavin Newsom, right? Okay, yeah, that's probably why I didn't, because I forgot who I voted for governor. Shit, I don't remember, but yeah, it's just, I mean, what's your stance on rape? I mean, on abortion. Sorry.
I think it should be a person's. Yeah, I think it should be a woman's choice. But I also think, and I think a little different about men-women relationships, because I know that there are a lot of women who abuse the system, not only just in that regards, but just in terms of playing games with kids, denying the father the right to see a child.
Sure.
Not allowing a man to have any say. I get it that it's your body, but it's his seed, and guys don't have a right to have some say about that. Maybe they want to have this child and you don't. Then what? Right? Is it just solely the woman's responsibility to decide at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you don't get pregnant by yourself. It's right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are a lot of women who will say, a man has no right. You don't get to decide my body.
If y'all having consensual, unprotected sex, and you don't say get up or put on a condom, I mean, it's
DB said stop it. Fred, he
yeah.
says he said stop it.
Oh, please. It's because that's one of the topics that separates the Republicans from the Democrats. Like here's the irony about it. Republicans think every Democrat is pro-abortion, and Democrats think all Republicans are pro-life.
Well, listen, that they pretend that that's the difference until it's their side piece,
exactly,
and then they don't have a problem with it, right? There was some talk about them, having issue. Talk on it. There was some talk about them having issue with stem cell research, right? Because stem cells are, come from aborted fetuses, right? That was one of the big things when Christopher Reeve was dealing with his issues. They were against stem cell research that could have maybe, prolonged his life or helped him live as long as he did. But now we know. I heard folks joking on social media saying that little Tink Tink got an injection of damn hamster ovaries. Well, he didn't get hamster ovaries, but he did get stem cell research. He had stem cells. That was part of the experimental cocktail that they had given him. So that lets you know that what he had was pretty serious. And they were willing to do whatever they could, not knowing if it was going to work or mess him up further by giving it to him. And so you can't be pro-life and then use stem cells, right? When it's convenient for you, when you think your ass is headed to the pearly gates and you're like, oh no, we're doing stem cell right now.
That's interesting. That's interesting that you said that.
Right. And so they know that he had stem cell injections or whatever the hell you want to call it to make sure that he was going to be okay as best they could. And evangelicals aren't complaining about it. And so that would let me that would make me think that if it were them and they had some significant illness, then it would be okay for them too. Right? So it's hypocrisy to me.
It's always a hypocrisy. It's always hypocrisy till it's a family member. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's
right.
always, as it relates to what you believe in, you know?
Right.
Sheesh. Man, but I'm real interested, man, to find out as it pertains to. I think if he's not elected, my personal opinion right now, I think if he's not elected, it'll be more of a like turmoil, especially in those 50-50 states, you know, where it's very contentious at work, where you play at, where you eat at, where you praise God at. I think if he gets elected, little tink tink, I think if he gets elected, I think it'll be more of a pride type of thing. Like you're supposed to submit to me because I am white and you are black, or I am black and I am white and you are inferior to me. And it may be an Asian, it may be a Mexican, it may be a black, as it pertaining to inferior. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Why don't y'all call in and help us figure this shit out? Why nobody called tonight? They scared of you tonight?
Damn. Maybe it's this heavy topic. Nobody wants to mess with that.
All right, what's your stance on 50 Cent? Do you have it?
Listen, he was clear. You know, I don't worry about what folks do. You know what I mean? If you like it, I love it, right? If it's a pocketbook issue for him, and if he says he's voting for little Tink Tink because you know, he thinks like me, it's a pocketbook issue, it works for me.
Gotcha.
Do your thing.
Right.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. This is a real nigga celebration.
What's up?
What's happening? Third shift over here. Y'all keep me going here. I want to get the opinion of the sergeant on. Did you see the arrest of the gentleman who supposedly shot Thomas Jefferson Boyd, where they did it via drone?
Who? Wait a minute. You got to say that again because you're muffled. Say it
Thomas
again.
Jefferson Boyd via drone.
Right. They arrested the murder suspect of the guy who was like a famous black actor. They went to his house and they used the drone to arrest him, and they have footage only from the drone view of him walking out with his hands up via drone.
And what did they kill him?
They didn't kill him. They discharged like a explosive just to blow the door back off the hinges. Then the drone went in and he came out with the drone. I guess giving him the orders and whatever was on the drone. We don't know what was actually equipped to the drone. You can only see the footage point of view from the drone. You can't see the actual drone. If you Google search it, you'll see it.
So in other words, you're saying that they ordered him out of a residence by using a drone. They gave him commands to get him to surrender and come out using the drone.
Correct.
And your question is what?
My question is this. Well, as far as obviously you didn't know about it. My question would be, how far would that kind of stuff, in your opinion, be going too far? Because again, we don't know what was actually on that drone and what they were using.
He was taken into custody. He wasn't killed, right?
No. I'm not saying as far as he was abused or he was killed or anything. I just mean the principle itself of it.
Well, listen, I mean, if it's an officer safety issue and you can't go in because of whatever reason, he's a barricaded suspect, or you think he's armed, and you want to take this person into custody, and you want to do it as safely as you can for him, as well as your officers, I'm not opposed to sending in a robot and telling him to bring his ass out. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Yeah, because my only interpretation is, like I said, we don't know what was actually on the drone. You got no idea. Because when you look it up, you only see the point of view from the actual drone of him coming out with his hands up.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact of the matter is that they were able to take him into custody and not kill him. So it sounds like a win-win to me.
Right. In that instance, that was great for that particular instance. Because
we've seen, I talk about David Brown when he was on the Dallas PD, and I know I've said, he was at Houston. Right. I know he was at Dallas, but we know he sent in a drone. He sent in a robot, and his robot had a bomb, and we know how that ended. So, my thing is, with anytime you're trying to take someone into custody, as long as there's not a in progress situation where they're holding a knife to somebody's throat and they've already made one swipe across, right? There's not an in progress situation. There's no immediate defense of life. What's the urgency? That's how I was taught and trained. There's never any urgency. When you see SWAT come out because of a barricaded suspect, SWAT does not rush. They take their time. They get find out how the location is set up, where the rooms, where the walls, so that if they have to make a dynamic entry, they know which way to go. They try to establish a telephone line so that they can communicate with a negotiator. So there's never, ever any hurry as long as there's not a in progress situation, or of course the person is Black, because then that just changes everything, right?
Yeah.
You can take someone into custody safely. I'm all for it. Whatever you have to do, take as much time as you want. They don't afford us that kind of luxury, but we certainly see them do it for white folks.
Well, Dylan Roof.
Yeah. I mean, that would be my own interpretation. And like, as far as some of the stuff, it seems like they experiment what they always do. It's not even seem they do. A lot of the new tech, the things they do they're trying to, on the fence, if they could do it, they'll experiment in the lower income on the Black communities first. And it kind of tipped their toe in it.
The LAPD did that.
Stuff like this.
With the bulldozing, right?
The battering ram.
Battering ram, thank you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And one other thing off topic, Fred, as far as boxing goes, I don't know if you had time to delve into all of the Lomachenko stuff after he lost.
No, I haven't spoken about it.
Yeah, you look at it. It's a lot of it's enough stuff where I'm not going to be able to you'll have to look into it.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Yes, it's a lot. And one other thing on topic, as far as resources are concerned, Sergeant. Now, I know that you've probably been in different communities. What can you speak to as far as the resources and the lack thereof and the problems that causes when certain communities don't have resources and others do?
Well, what I can tell you is that, and I often talk about this on the LAPD, I say that there are two Los Angeles police departments. There's the one north of the Santa Monica Freeway, and you know who lives north, right? And then there's the LAPD south of the Santa Monica Freeway. And during my 20 years, I worked all over the city. The city of LA is divided into 4 quads: Central, South, West, and Valley. I worked all 4 of those bureaus. So I've seen how officers conduct themselves. I know, for instance, if an officer is working in 77th, one deployment period, that's what we call our months. They're not calendar months. We call them deployment periods. And on the next deployment period, you find yourself on a transfer over to Pacific Division where I worked. Officers conduct themselves very differently. So how is it that on November 1st, you were cutting up and being aggressive and abusive in 77th, and then on November 5th, you're in Pacific, and now butter would melt in your mouth? Wow. How is it? It's not because the officer's not trained. It's not because the policies are different. Right. It's because of what the community will allow and tolerate.
Yep.
Right.
Well, and there's just certain things that don't get tolerated in affluent areas, Not to cut you off, I know when I was working Pacific Division, when I first went over there coming from the South End, and I was pregnant at the time and I was working the desk, and white folks in Pacific, Venice Beach, would call the front desk and tell me, hey, I'm watching TV and there's a helicopter overhead. I can't hear my TV. Could you tell the helicopter to go away? And I had to look at the phone and wonder where the heck I was, because I'm like, you want me to tell the police helicopter to go away? Nobody in 77th would even entertain the idea of calling the police station and asking for that kind of foolishness.
I'm gonna try that.
That's the difference.
Right. Well, and what I mean resources, like, okay, here in South Florida, we have a city, little city, the last city on the map of Florida. It's called Florida City. I'm not sure. I don't live there. I'm not sure if the mayor is still there. But I know that particular mayor was there, had to be 20, 30 years. Black guy. Did absolutely nothing. And then you go right outside of that border, which is Homestead, and it's night and day. You go to Florida City at night, there's hardly any lights. Police officers, they have to send themselves to whatever kind of academy that they would have to go to get certified with the state. It's completely night and day with just the resources of the community. The parks aren't, they got one park. I mean, they ain't got much. They don't have much going on as far as that particular community resources with just the community. I mean, just the resources that they would have afforded, where you just go a block over, and it's not even close to what they have as far as the library is different, the schools are different, just everything is just different.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's just the reality. And you know, when you hear folks talk about defunding the police, I mean, even if it were to be actually defunding, pulling money out of police departments, where now you don't have the same number of officers because some people are from the camp, fuck it, we don't need the police, you know, less of them is better. Well, if you live in Bel Air, you know, they're not really worried about the police because they got private security. They got private patrol that's going to be coming through. So you can defund the police and cut down on hours and overtime and whatever else, because in Bel Air, when they need something, they call that private security that they pay good money to have. And they still continue to get the kinds of things that now folks who really need it, who are being victimized because folks understand that the police are not there, and now they robbing and raping and pillaging over south of the Santa Monica Freeway. That's just not happening in West LA. They got private security.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm gonna get off the line. I don't take up too much more of your time. When I was delivering, I used to deliver inside of Coral Gables with some folks with some big names, and you'd go there, and they'd have private security, and it wouldn't even be the person of, for instance, of a medical center. It'd be his older daughter's house, and you see a guy sitting there, and you see a guy sitting there reading a newspaper, and he got Cuban shirts on. Every day you go there, he got a Cuban shirt on. I don't know if you're familiar with the Cuban shirt. That's the button-up shirt. You know, that's the old button-up shirt. He's sitting there reading newspaper. Black guy in Spanish household, you know he's security. And we talked to the guy eventually at one point, but you would see guys like that in those neighborhoods all the time. So where those people had those people on deck in their house, and they had those, you know, they're already ready for anything that could happen. So like you said, they don't have those kind of worries. Even if the city ain't doing it, they gonna do it. Wow.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that goes on here too. I don't do it anymore, and I didn't do it much because that's just not my thing. But I know a lot of male officers who do this. You know, they work private security for celebrities, and you know, they sit in a little guard shack. I've done it a little bit, sitting in the home of someone because they were having some female visitors and they wanted female officers there, you know, just to be there. So again, defund the police, do whatever you're going to do, reallocate resources. You know, it's about the haves and the have-nots at that point.
Well, I thank you for your time. I think that people got to be more aware that they look too broad and stuff. And these local mayors that are in a lot of these cities, they doing more harm than anything that any Donald Trump or anybody could do. And then the crazy thing is these people religiously vote for these people just off of name recognition. And they're destroying their neighborhoods. And it's crazy that these people just keep doing it. It just doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't have anything to do with police. It doesn't have anything with the government as a whole. The communities themselves are the ones that are, you're doing this to your own self. You're cutting off your own nose at some point when you keep voting somebody in just because they're black and just because they look like you and they got a name that you're familiar with. Well, I'm going to fall back. I appreciate your time. I'm going to fall back, listen to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who did he say got the drone? I missed that story.
It was someone that they sent a drone in to take this guy into custody. I forget the name. He said 3 names.
Where was
he didn't say. I didn't hear it, but he said you could Google it and find out. But
and it was recent?
I guess so. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Damn.
But I mean, if it'll save a life, I'd much rather them use a drone and send a drone in and with a damn megaphone and say, come on out, rather than, blow you up because you don't. Right?
Right. Yeah. So all this comes down. You've said a few things, right? Helicopter. You said, what were you giving a few? Santa Monica. It's the civilians taking action.
Yeah. Because white people, see, they ask for stuff. We don't. We just assume, and I said this earlier today. If you come on my page with a complaint about anything I said or something you think I ought to, I shouldn't have said, then what's your damn solution? Because it's easy to complain, right? But if you're not really about solving the problem, and white people are about solving problems, when it's something that they don't like, they don't get on the phone and call Peaches and Pookie and Ray Ray and tell them about it. They call the captain because they know him by first name and got his cell phone number, and they get stuff done. We just like to complain and bellyache, and then when it comes time to really roll up our sleeves and do that hard work, whatever it is, if it means going to meetings and getting to know the captain and introducing yourself and say, I live up the street, and I know the police seem to do whatever it is that they do that I don't like, sitting at the corner waiting for people to come by so they can write tickets. I don't think they should be doing that. They have a conversation with the captain. We say, it ain't gonna do no good. Ain't nothing gonna happen. They ain't gonna listen. Why am I going? And we never do. And nothing changes because we never do.
I get that.
That's why police officers continue to misbehave in our communities, because they already know we ain't gonna say nothing. We ain't gonna do nothing but complain to each other.
Facts. I've been around too many people like that. And at times I've been that person, you know what I mean? Like, oh, ain't shit gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been that person. So I can attest to that. You got it. We got to beam in. Let's get some music in here.
This is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. This is real nigga celebration.
Oh, yay. I like that shirt, sir. That's what's up.
Can you hear me?
Hear you fine.
Yes.
Like that.
I'm gonna wear this to the gym.
Gotta let us know how that goes. So now you need my new one. See my new one? Wait, let me see. Where do I go?
Stand black, stand up. Yeah, definitely. Real good. I need that. I need some tank tops also.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, y'all know I'm not a retail store, right? Tank tops? Really? I'm struggling with the doggone. I just incorporated hoodies and crew necks, and that. Okay, next summer. I'll work on tank tops for next summer.
Deacon 305 is in the building.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got in the house, and I just saw this sitting by the computer. I said, "Oh my God, it's my shirt." So I said, let me jump on and
that's what's up.
Show it to you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I made it so much easier for you guys now, because last time I was saying, okay, you got to go to Venmo or Cash App or PayPal. All you got to do now is just go to my website. You could click on which color you want. It'll take your address. All of that good information will be there. So it's much easier to order shirts, crew necks, and hoodies.
Oh yeah. Let me ask, who's going to be the next president of the United States, in your opinion?
I hesitate to even say the polls, and I don't follow polls, but, all indications are people are tired. Folks are dying. Everybody by now may know someone who's got COVID or died from COVID. And, we just had a shutdown where I live again. Cities, restaurants and everything is closing up in the county where I live again for 3 weeks. And so people are just tired. And I think if people come out and vote, I think there could be a change. And I think it could be Biden.
Do you think Donald Trump is going to write a tell-all book?
No, he ain't gonna write no book. He too crazy he can't even talk. He ain't gonna write no book. But I tell you what he is gonna do. He gonna mess some stuff up before he get out of there. I can't wait.
Think so.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I think they gotta hide that suitcase from him.
They better. Oh, they better
hide that suitcase. Yeah, because this is looking bad. Some ladies got into a shouting match today on the corner over this Biden and Trump thing. The world's gone mad because these were two white women too. It was just strange for me to see.
I think people are using this as an excuse, right? I think some folks are using it as an excuse to embolden their foolishness. And I also think that they are very selective in who they get at, right? Because they always seem to pick the right one, right?
Yeah.
All they got to do is one time get, Pookie.
Yeah.
And then this stuff will stop yesterday. But, they know who to mess with.
Yeah, this is a very strange time. Wisconsin is messed up right now. COVID is spiking. Flu season is here. There's still people getting on the bus with no mask. This is a very fucked up position we're in right now. What's your opinion on vaccines when they come out? Are you going to be the first in line?
Ain't
or are you
no
going to be
way.
the last
Ain't
in line?
no way. Ain't no way. I don't even take a flu shot now. You can't inject me with nothing. No.
You know what I think? I think they might do. When they say we have a vaccine, they're going to tell people to report where they vote to go get vaccinated.
Well, I heard there's already places in Africa where they're trying out something. I don't know if anybody else has heard that, but there's some in Africa or in Europe. There are children now that are being vaccinated with something. So there's some experimentation going on, but you would have to right now volunteer for that. I wouldn't volunteer for any clinical trials. And whenever they come out with whatever it is they're coming out with, you can't give it to me.
No, I'm not taking it. If they do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the highway and drive up to Connecticut and Greenwich with all the white people and take it there, if anything. I'm not.
You can't give me nothing. You can't give me nothing. I didn't made it this long. I'm good.
What I did hear about Africa, there was an article stating that they sent some vaccination to some place in Africa and forgot exactly where, but the person that was in charge gave it to some animals, and all the animals got COVID behind that. So in other words, they're trying to poison them.
Wow.
So I don't trust nothing these saltine crackers are doing. I don't trust them. I'll beat them with a stick.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Someone asked, are police officers required to get a flu shot? Can't nobody make you get nothing unless you're a child, and they can force you to get shots then because you want your kids to go to school. But I don't get flu shots. I've never had one, and there are places in the world that I'd like to travel to that I can't go to because I'm not going to take a dozen shots to go. That's just me.
No, I'm not getting got. I hope you're gonna have to fight me. Give me a shot. I ain't taking no shot. Tuskegee experiment is fresh in my mind, and I wasn't even there. But I've done enough reading. All right, this is an extinction level event, and I hope everyone's paying attention. But I'm about to go back outside and jump some rope.
1 o'clock, man. 1:30.
Come on. I can't sleep. I got to keep it pushing, man. I can't sleep, man. You just gotta get it on. And I'm gonna change my shirt though. I just wanted to put it on so you can see it.
I appreciate that. You wouldn't want to ruin it, jumping rope.
No. But chest triceps tomorrow. I will have this on.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the video on the gram.
Send her a picture of that. Send her a picture for that.
Oh, definitely. That's my future ex-wife. Of course, I'm gonna do that.
Chest and triceps, huh? Not back and biceps and triceps.
No,
that's what I do.
That's Friday. Back and biceps is Friday.
Okay.
With some calves.
Okay.
Because
All
Triple G slacking on his pimping. So
I didn't already change channels on him. I didn't already change channels. This is a wrap.
He been saying a ring size for 3 months now. Oh, size 7? Size 7?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You can tell me twice. I'm sewing up. I'm showing. See, see, here's the trick. Let me give you guys a trick that I've known for a long time. If a woman says she wants water, you know what I do? I bring ice cold and room temperature.
Okay.
Now y'all read between the lines and figure everything else out from there. Okay. Damn, niggas. Slow motion ass niggas, man. Niggas everything. Hey, they about to go jump that rope.
Jump this rope. 10 rounds real quick. 10. I'm gonna get all the shots in that Lomachenko couldn't. Uh-oh. Yikes. Shout out to Vasil Lomachenko. 8 rounds ain't no shit. What's wrong with you, dogs?
Yeah.
Kind of fucked up.
It's over for him.
But T.O., don't duck Devin, man. Don't be on your helmet. Don't duck Devin. Don't do that. All right, I'm out of here.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate you. Deacon 305, what's up? Hey, I unblocked your original page, so you good. TB says I have no idea what that means. Oh my Jesus.
No idea what means. They talking to you or me?
I guess he's talking about me when I said if a woman wants water.
Because you said you bring room temperature and ice water.
Shit, fuck it. We gonna have a show. We ain't teaching these niggas nothing. I'll let these niggas go out there and fail.
Let them figure it out.
Let these niggas go out there and fail, man.
And listen, it's a whole bunch of them fail, and I wonder what the ladies are doing, because some of the stuff that comes across my path, I'm like, did you just do that? Did you just say that? You don't even know, but I didn't raise my kids, so I ain't trying to raise no grown ass man. I just let them do, and I don't say nothing because I want you to do that dumb shit with the next fully grown woman you deal with.
Yeah.
And then they get to make a choice.
Yeah. See, at least DOG 215 got me. You know what I mean? Like, shit, man. So Nigeria, SARS. Are you up to breast on that? I'm not up to breast on it.
I saw someone that I'm on Instagram with talking about Nigeria and SARS, and I know that it's a thing, and that's why I can't go to Africa, because I'm not going to take whatever they got over there. I'm not taking a bunch of shots to either get it or not get it.
No, not the and it's actually, and it's funny. It's funny you said that, because I thought the same exact thing. SARS stands for something else. Let me tell you.
It has to do with the respiratory. It has to do with the respiratory.
Yeah, that, but it's something else now. But
it's an illness. It's a big deal.
No, it's
no.
Yeah, that too. You're 100% right. You're 100% as it pertains to that. But it has a new acronym.
Well, SARS is the acronym. What does SARS mean now?
It means shit. I gotta find it. Someone put in the chat, man. Someone put in the chat. COVID-19 is SARS. No, that's not what it is. Someone's gonna tell me, and I'm just getting it right now. I bet. SARS is an illness, right?
Yes.
So
it's a respiratory.
Yeah, so why does it? I know it, but it has an acronym for like police brutality or something.
Oh, does it?
In Nigeria, yeah. I know it's an illness, but
oh, okay, yeah, I see. It says there's something right now. I'm talking about end SARS protest Something about the Nigerian government.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're protesting over in Lagos.
Yes, a security force.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Special Anti-Robbery Squad. That's what it is. SARS.
Anti-robbery.
Special. Okay, so there's the SARS. That's a illness.
Yeah.
And then there's the Special Anti-Robbery Squad.
Yeah, I don't know the full specs on it. I wish someone would call, and if they know.
Well, it says I'm looking at it. It says that this SARS is it's that rights group that for years it's been accused of extortion, harassment, torture, and murders.
Jesus.
So I guess they've been going out gaffling up folks.
Yeah, and
this unit was recently disbanded on October 11th, but the protests have persisted and at least 2 people were shot on Tuesday. So it sounds to me like they're protesting over this group that's been accused of extortion, harassment, torture, and murders. So the government disbanded SARS, but people continue to protest.
Gotcha.
So I guess I guess the people are not really believing that they really disbanded them.
Yeah, so
and now they've got the military going out allegedly killing these protesters.
Yeah, I saw a clip. No, excuse me. I heard a clip yesterday of just random shootings at a bunch of people, and I saw people running in various directions, and yeah, man.
So it's the military, kind of almost like what little Tink Tink is trying to do here. The military is just going out just killing people in the streets. The government has sent the military out to just assassinate folks.
Now let me ask you this, and this is a serious question. Dude, our government send our military over to help them?
I wouldn't think so. Not to Africa anyway. Africa? Well, when was the last time our government did anything? I don't know. I'm not political like that, but no, we don't get involved in that kind of. That's a civil. Sounds like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's between that government and their people. We wouldn't, I don't believe, get involved in that. Because then we'd be involved in those kind of fights all over the world. There's governments that are misusing their people all over.
Because I'm thinking like, how do we enforce their constitution?
We don't. Not our job.
Okay. So how does America help? Because I saw people saying we have to help Nigeria. I don't know how to help.
I don't either.
I don't know. I mean, you can't send money. I mean, I don't know if you can send money at this point. I like people were saying.
I don't know how we would help either, since it's their government. It's their government that's doing this.
That's exactly my thought.
So, yeah. I mean, it's awful. It's almost like what was going on in
Portland or
no. In
Wisconsin?
With the Syria, right? When they were doing the chemical warfare and they were just gassing these people.
Mm-hmm.
Assad is still doing that. He's still mistreating his people. I mean, I don't know, but I've heard things about what Kim Jong-un is doing. They say people over there are, dying in record numbers and are living with, intestinal worms and all sorts of other things because of the way that government deals with its people, right? So yeah, we can't take that on.
I don't know how to help because people are saying how to help, and I'm like, I want to help, but I don't know. I have no idea to how help. So what they gonna say? Send your money to the Red Cross?
Yeah, I don't send money anywhere.
Yeah,
that's what I don't do.
You got a special guest.
Think I better let it go.
You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. Oh, you stupid. What's up?
How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate it. I had a long day today. I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those days. You were talking about earlier about the difference between white people and black people and how they handle, the police departments and sheriffs and things of that sort. We were talking about that before. The reason that they can do that stuff is because they pay into PACs that control their politicians and their sheriffs, so they can do that stuff. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We need to start doing that. That's how we're not politically savvy. You know what I'm saying? So we don't pay like we should.
Well, they do it because they got the pale privilege too. They just, you know how they do. They just, they see two black people talking and they just interrupt, because they figure you ain't talking about nothing, no way. So they just interrupt and the person stop talking to you and start talking to them, right?
Right.
That's just what they do. They call the police station and, make all kind of threats and, and I've seen captains snap too when Mrs. Johnson is on the phone. I got a phone call from Mrs. Johnson and she said this and she said that. But, when your black ass call, they won't even come to the phone.
Right. Right.
That's just what they do.
Right. You were also saying earlier that you felt that Ice Cube got played. And I don't know. I mean, like you actually mentioned it that you have to meet, with the so-called enemy. I mean, Malcolm.
What did I tell you that meant when I said it?
What did you say?
Did you hear that? What I said what I meant when I said he got played. I'm all for meeting with the enemy.
Right. That's
my point. Was he gave them an opportunity to use that meeting to infer something that he never intended. Because as soon as he met with them, they came out publicly and said, "We just met with Mr. Cube and he's on board for our platinum program." That wasn't why he was there.
That's not what he had an interview that he did with Willie D, and that's not what he said.
I know what it doesn't matter what he said. I'm talking about what they did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about what they did. Had he never met with them, they wouldn't be able to say anything because he had never met with them. It'd be the same thing as you and I having a conversation. Well, people know that you and I had dinner.
Right.
And if you said, "Ooh, let me tell you what happened when I had dinner with Sergeant Dorsey. After dinner, we would here, there, did this, did that." And people be like, "What? Really? Y'all did?" But if I've never had dinner with you, you couldn't say, "Let me tell you what happened the other night. I had dinner with Sergeant Dorsey," and I'd be like, "You a damn lie. We've never had dinner."
Right.
So I've taken away your ability to say that. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I get your point, but Malcolm met with the enemy. Martin met with the enemy. Marcus Garvey met with the enemy. They all did that, in order to try and affect change in our condition in America.
Okay, so we not going to agree. Let me just cut you off right now. We're not going to agree. So we're not going to agree because this guy right here, he's not just the enemy. He's a goddamn fool. And I said what I said in the very beginning, which is this is a man who right now is still calling for the execution of the exonerated five. For me, that's a no starter.
Mm.
I don't have shit to say to him. I can't have a conversation with him. He's calling for the execution of 5 black men who were innocent. He knows they were innocent, and he still is calling for their execution. I can't fuck with him. That's just me.
Right. I get what you're saying, but if this individual,
then why do you keep saying "but"?
Because if this individual is in power, then you have no choice but to
fuck that. I got a choice. I have a choice.
Right.
I have a choice because there may be someone else. there may be someone else in office in another 15 days, so I'm not going to have this conversation in 10. I just wait 15 and see what happens. And then if he's still in office, just me. If he's still in office, I can't. All money ain't good money. And I don't trust him. He's not kept his word with white folks. You think he's going to keep his word with Q?
Mm-hmm.
He's done nothing for white folks. He can't even build a damn wall for white folks. You think he's going to do something for Cube for you? That's just me.
Right. Okay, I get your point.
Come on with the butt. I hear it.
No, I mean, it's cool. Like you said, I mean, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
Because he did the same thing with Steve Harvey. He trotted his ass out. He did the same thing with Jim Brown. This man's been in office for 4 years. He's had 4 years to do something for Black people. He's done nothing, but that's okay. My problem is he's calling for the execution of 5 Black men.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get over that. That's just me.
Right. I look at that whole meeting different. Steve Harvey was there for a photo op. You know, Ice Cube actually had something tangible, you know, on the table.
He wants to kill 5 Black men. Can you address that? Because you seem to keep glossing over it. Are you okay with that? You want to talk to him so bad that you're okay with him wanting to kill 5 Black men?
Not at all. And I'm definitely aware of that. You know, but at the same time,
there you go with the butt.
We've had you can go all the way back to Lyndon B. Johnson.
I'm not going back there. I'm talking about right now. I'm just talking about right now. Let's deal with right now.
The point is that you're going to have people that hate us that will still do anything. Lyndon B. Johnson, he signed the Civil Rights Bill. You know what I'm saying? But we all know he didn't give a damn about Black people.
Yeah. That's okay. Okay. Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree because I can't get over that.
Okay.
I got 4 sons. And if he were calling for the death of any one of my sons, but I think he might listen to me about police reform, fuck him. I've got nothing for him. That's just me. All money ain't good money. So I'll just have to, it'll just have to be this until somebody else gets in office that I feel like I might could talk to. But if I know you want to kill my 4 sons, fuck him.
Right.
I'm clear and I'm firm.
Exactly. I definitely get your point. You know,
I can't trust him. I can't trust you.
Right. I get your point.
And I'm not saying that Biden is the answer and he's great and good and he can be trusted. I'm not saying that. But if I heard him to this day, because he said some foul shit and he's on record and everybody knows it, and he's tried to come back and apologize. He tried to explain what he meant to say when he said, if you're not voting for me, you're not Black. I get all that. But this jackass won't even say, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Okay, so those guys, they didn't do what they did. He took out a fucking page, a full page ad.
Right. And New York Times.
Still, they're like, yeah, but they're innocent. They didn't do it. Well, they pled guilty. And so if he had his way, they'd be dead right now, today. Right. And so you know that, and you want to talk to him? Fuck him. I got nothing.
Right. Yeah, I get your point. You know, and that's what I mean. What you're saying is exactly what Willie D said. There's no way that he would have met with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't trust him. You know, for the same reasons that you said. But you know, in Cube's defense, you know, he said that he felt that something needed to be done. You know, this was a person in power. He felt he had to meet with him. So. You know, but I get exactly what you're saying. You know, so and
if that's what he feels and that's in his heart, you know, who am I to say he shouldn't? I'm just telling you, I would have a problem if somebody told me I had to sit down with his punk ass because I would not. I could not.
Right.
I could not.
Right.
But that's just me.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. Okay.
So what else you want to fight about?
No, well, See that? See, we had our first disagreement. I think that's good.
Well, you know what happens after we disagree, right?
Right, you got it right, exactly. Most definitely. But
you go home and I go home. That's what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back in the chat. I just want to, come in and say what's up.
What's up?
All right. All right. Talk to you later.
Hey, peace. He says, you over there punking our guests, man. What's up? Dre's finest, man. Salute to Fred DB, Sergeant Dorsey, DMV on deck. DMV on
Hey,
deck.
Dre, finest. What's
and
up?
Deacon 305 says, too blessed to be stressed and highly favored. Black love, black power to our people. Love y'all, family. Good night.
Night, Deacon 305.
And he got his channel back. Oh shit, he feeling good tonight. Yeah.
Oh, somebody said something. I said, well, who was that? Part 4? he said Eric was on here to throw some damn bricks. Y'all wrong.
Throw some bricks.
Y'all wrong. Yeah. Last time they were accusing him of air balls. Now they talking about he back throwing bricks.
Oh God, this nigga. Oh man, the whole side of the house is fucked up. Hey, Dre's finest. I've never seen that side of you being angry so sexy.
Ow.
Oh man. Hey, so if Trump wins, we gonna ask you, will we just sit out for 4 years? No, but we ain't got to have that conversation now because I personally don't think he's gonna win.
Even if he won, and listen, of course, I think everything that I say is amazing, and everyone should talk to me, right? Mm-hmm. I think I have something to offer. I tried to reach out to Biden's campaign, not because I'm, so crazy about him, but I'm bothered by what I'm hearing from him. I'm bothered by what I'm hearing from Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and every other politician. I have personally gone with my colleagues from the NCLEOJ to meet with Sheila Jackson Lee when she was on the Judiciary Committee 4 or 5 years ago to talk about police reform. I wish they would talk to a police officer. It don't have to be me, but it should. Talk to a police officer who's not beholden, who's not afraid to speak truthfully about what needs to happen to stop these rogue ass cops from killing us with impunity. And unless and until they're willing to talk to somebody who will be honest, we're going to continue to have this problem. There were 36 community members who met with Mayor Lightfoot and David Brown on the Chicago Police Department. And they just came out with a report. These 36 community members thought that they were really being heard and listened to and respected. They gave 155 recommendations as part of the reform for the Chicago Police Department. The Chicago Police Department just came back with 5 of their recommendations. 5. That's what happens when you don't have somebody who knows the lingo, who hears bullshit and can call them on it. So when they say, we're going to ban chokeholds, and everybody's like, oh, yay, they're going to ban chokeholds. I call bullshit because chokeholds are already banned. So you have not done anything. And then when you ban chokeholds and we see somebody like Daniel Pantaleo use a prohibited chokehold on Eric Garner, what did the NYPD commissioner say to us? Well, that wasn't a chokehold. That was an upper body seatbelt restraint. If you don't have anybody in the room who speaks their lingo, who understands doublespeak when you hear it, then they can easily pull the wool over the eyes of a civilian. And so while I think what I have to say is helpful in some arenas, I could not, would not, under any circumstance, sit down with Lil Tink Tink. I wouldn't. Maybe my loss because, I could say something that might make a difference. I don't believe it, but I could not sit down with him. I would not.
Patty Dean says, but that's just me. Love it, sis.
I mean, could you? Would you?
Would me personally?
Yes.
In the next term?
Yes.
I would have to.
Would you?
Oh yeah, I have to.
Oh, okay.
I have to, and I would actually be more shit. I would talk more shit than Cube. You know what I mean? Like if I knew I had the potential of that access, man.
You'd be willing to sit down with Trump.
Yes, and what I would want is to rewrite the. Oh, you talking about just police brutality, or you talking about
whatever?
Okay.
I mean that that's
yeah.
that would be the thing that I would offer. So if Cube came to me and said, "Hey, Cheryl, listen, this jackass won, and I'm gonna go back to him with my CWBA, and I know that there were some things that were missing on my police piece. Would you like to be a part of it?"
No, it's not coming from those terms. I actually would do a couple of things because I know the narrative that would come out of it. I would secure myself. So I would have everything as public as it can be, whether it be live or recorded, because I know the spin narrative, and obviously he's this is his last term, but the fact that we're actually pursuing reparations and or the amendment of our Constitution, I think those are things that has to happen. So I'm going under the pretense of reparations. And if I had the opportunity, I wouldn't go single. It would have to be negotiated on terms of the meeting itself, because I think if you went in, if I have the reach of Ice Cube and I'm invited to the meeting, I know the spin that they're going to put on it because I saw the Jim Brown pictures, I saw the Kanye West.
It don't matter who you take, because whoever you take at the end of the day, he's still the fucking donkey that he is. And so it don't matter who you take in there, because he's going to do what he's going to do, which is nothing. And that's why I would not. But that's just me. So, dude, if you're willing to sit down with him, with whoever you want to take in the room, whoever you want to take, if you're willing to sit down with him, God bless you.
And so in terms of meeting the enemy, if Martin Luther King had met the enemy, he wouldn't have met Malcolm X that day. He wouldn't have met
this enemy. I'm talking about this.
No, but I'm just saying, like it was the same resistance in the 60s. Remember, that's the first time Martin and Malcolm X met, when they went to the Senate. So that's the first time they ever met. So, and if it had not been for Martin Luther King going through the front door as opposed to him being escorted out the back door because the government didn't want them to meet, that photo op that you saw the picture that you saw on the line that you see of Malcolm X and Martin with all those people surrounding him, and would not have happened. And you would not have seen Malcolm X say, you know what? You would not have seen him go down to Selma and sit beside Coretta Scott King. I don't know if you know of that. And you would not have seen the evolution of Martin Luther King and Malcolm when Malcolm put beside his religious differences with Martin Luther King for the betterment of economics for Black people.
There are some concessions that I'm willing to make. That ain't one of them.
Well, we can't. So I don't think we should sit on the sideline for 4 years.
Well, then proceed, Governor. I mean, do your thing.
And
I'm just saying.
I don't think
that's all. I'm just saying I couldn't. And for anybody who can, God bless you. I'm just not built that way. I will fucking eat my colon first.
I understand the demise. I understand the lack of respect for the man. Like, how can you get over as you're saying? I'm from New York, so I know of the story of the Central Park Five. How can you get over that? Same thing, and that's why I have the same malice for Joe Biden. A piece of crack this size to give you 5 years guaranteed in all 50 states in America. The judge has no say so. No say so. If you have a piece of crack this size, whether it's your first time offense, if it's your first time offense, it's going to be your last time offense. You have a minimum sentence of 5 years. And that's the truth. So I don't forgive none of them. And I just
but you said you'd be willing to sit down. So I guess it's, you know,
well, I mean,
you gotta pick your poison, maybe. I don't know. You gotta decide what you could live with. You know, there's some things I can abide by, and then there's some other stuff I'm just not going to do. I'm not.
Well, Jesse Owens ran for Hitler in the Olympics. We had the Olympics in Germany. So I mean,
I'm not Jesse Owens, so you know,
I use Jesse Owens as the but I'm saying all of America. We did the Olympics in Germany. How ridiculous is that? So I mean, there's so many examples that say no matter what, we're going to monetize each other. So I don't know how we get our piece of the pie if we're not willing to go take it.
Well, it's one thing to say to go take it, and it's another thing to go grovel and beg somebody who is gonna tell you to genuflect, kiss his ring, and then kiss his ass, because that's exactly
no man's ass. No, I don't believe that. Yes. I don't think meeting someone is kissing their ass.
Proceed, Governor. Do your thing.
I'm not the governor. I'm definitely not that.
I'm saying that because that's maybe you don't know. When Romney debated Obama, and Obama knew he was about to say some stupid shit, and he was just, you know, go ahead and.
So I mean, So here's the thing now. So if you're not willing to meet with a sitting,
this one, that's what I'm saying. This one. I'm not. I'm not.
But here's the irony in that argument and in that belief system is Donald Trump is an opinion, right? Joe Biden has put in the legislature. You understand? That's
no, I don't.
Like, so for example, he transformed the busing systems in America in the early 80s, and in 1990 to 1994 he was implementing crack laws, and in 1994 he wrote the crime bill. So what I'm saying is if Joe Biden, excuse me, is if you're willing to meet with Joe Biden, he has put in more legislature for 47 years as it pertains to keeping us where we're at today.
I guess the difference for me between the two of them is that whether he's sincere or not, I can't speak to his heart. But he has admitted, he has uttered regret. He has uttered, yeah, that probably wasn't the best thing or the best policy or the best position. I probably shouldn't have said it that way. He's at least uttered it, whether he meant it or not. This other guy won't even utter it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can't speak to his heart, but at least he said it. You can't even get this guy to say, I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, I said that, but I see now.
I really don't need enough.
I don't need one either, but I'm just telling you, for me, that's the difference for me. I don't, because truth of the matter is, I don't need to sit down with any of them. Truth of the matter, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I only offer what I know because it might be helpful, right? And that's why I'm not a politician, and that's why I'm not really looking to do anything other than educate and empower those who may want to do that kind of stuff. I don't have the interest or the desire or the temperament to play with these people. And so I'm just not going to do certain stuff, period. Period.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just tough to hear Joe Biden say he don't want his kids going to school with black kids because it's going to turn into a jungle. And these are his quotes. So, I mean,
did he say that recently? Is that his position today?
No, but I mean,
but. So I'm talking about Trump's position today.
Today. And you know what the funny thing about it is? When I put on my basketball uniform and I have my basketball and I'm going to the basketball court with 11 of my teammates, I know all 12 of those guys on the opposite court are my enemies. I know my job is to defeat them. And what do I have to do? I have to get on the court with them.
Okay.
When you go to court, you got the prosecution and you got the defense, right? We have to go to court together and sit before a judge.
That's if I'm on trial. But
Yeah,
but
what
I
I'm
don't see.
saying is-
I don't have to, and maybe
Yeah,
maybe Cube felt like he needed to because it's in the betterment of his people. If that's what this is all about, and he wants to really make a difference. I can't speak to that man's heart. I'm just telling you, for Cheryl Dorsey, fuck him.
Yeah, I get that. I get all of that. I'm not even remotely disagreeing with you with our sentiment towards Donald Trump. And
well, that's all I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm talking about.
This conversation is mute because 2 Tuesdays from now is election night. And America is going to be on pins and needles that night. Because
we're not going to know that night anyway. It's going to take a few days
after.
after.
We are.
No, we're not. No, we're not, because there's certain places that can't even start counting ballots until Tuesday, and there's no way that they've already said there's no way they're going to be done with the count in time to
call in, DB.
To call it for one or the other. So the vote is not going to be decided. We will not know. Nobody is going to concede on November 3rd.
And I was, every white man wants me dead. Y'all missing that point. Every white man wants me dead. I oppose the system. I'm a system wrecker. What's up, 469? I'm not a fear white man, so it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. I don't even communicate with white people. I got 3 white friends that I communicate, period. Like outside of that, I don't have no reason to communicate with them. What's up? What's up, 469?
Peace, what up, Fred? Shout out to Sarge. Peace, Sarge.
Hey, you. Hey.
I had I was listening to your stance on Donald Trump, and I can't understand it, but I see where Fred is coming from. Joe Biden has done more to harm black people than he has to help black people. And I heard you say that he apologized for the crime bill. This is what Malcolm X says. He says that if you stab me in my back and you pull the knife out 6 inches, is that progress? No. Progress is when you repair it, when you clean it up and you repair it. So if Joe Biden apologized for the crime bill, shouldn't he vacate all of the sentences that his 2 or 3 crime bills? Shouldn't he go back and retroactively release everybody that his crime bill if he was sorry?
Well, first of all, he doesn't have the authority or the power to do that. So let's talk about what can be done.
He does. He actually does.
He can go and let people out of jail. He can go and let people out of jail.
He can use the same law that Trump used to let out 7,000 federal offenders. It's the exact same thing. He does have the power to do that. Why doesn't he?
Okay.
No, I'm asking, why wouldn't he have the?
I just said he doesn't have the power. You said he does. So somebody here is right. I don't know who. You? Okay, let's go with you. But we can debate this. We can,
and it's precedent for it to show that it can be done. It's not that I'm right and you're wrong. It's that the precedent has already been set, so that shows that it can be done.
Well, I don't know that it can be done. I don't know that it can be done. And just because you say it doesn't mean that it can be done.
No.
But what my bottom line is, I would not in this lifetime ever sit down with little Tink Tink. I would not.
Why?
So you can bring me, you can say anything
why?
I just told you why. I said why in the very beginning. My starting point is he right now calls for the execution of the exonerated 5. That's a game breaker for me. That's a deal breaker. I don't care, but you asked, we're not talking about Joe Biden. You asked me about Trump. I'm telling you why I wouldn't sit down with Trump. That's why. Don't have nothing to do with Joe Biden. That's why I wouldn't sit down with Trump.
Okay.
And I'm clear and I'm firm and I'm unwavering. Say it again.
Would you meet with Joe Biden if he was president?
I probably would. I probably would.
Okay.
Not that I'm expecting anything great to come of it, because they too are talking out of both sides of their mouth. I told you I've not heard anything from any of the politicians that gives me hope. But I can promise you, I would not sit down with Trump. I would not.
No. Now I understand your position, because you're looking at it as a personal thing by the way that the man has carried himself throughout the years, and I understand.
It's not personal.
But I also, which I respect, which that's your personal preference. But the point that I was just trying to make, which was equating to Fred's point, was they kind of the same people if you look at it. And not only that, Biden has done more to harm Black people.
Okay.
As far as the legislation that he's introduced. So if we're talking about Trump's hatred for Black people versus Biden's hatred for Black people, well, he's shown hatred for Black people because he's shown it by the legislation. He don't have to say it. He just does it. And he stood on the Senate floor and said that he didn't care if Black people come from broken homes. He didn't care. He wanted them locked up and executed like the animals that they are. He said that on the Senate floor that he was afraid that they would knock his wife or his mother upside the head. He didn't care that the circumstance that we were put in by the United States government caused the condition that we're in now. So that's my only thing. But I do respect your position. I may not agree, but I really do respect the stance that you've taken.
Is that still his position today? I get you're reciting all of this stuff that he has said over time. Is that his position today? Is that his position today? Is what I'm asking you.
Okay.
You talking about Joe Biden, right?
I will answer this question. I will answer your question like this. He has not taken up another position.
I'm asking you if that's his position. That's what I want to know. I don't want to know what he didn't do or what you surmised.
Not his position.
Huh?
My answer to your question is he hadn't shown any deviation from that position. So
that's not what I asked you. What I asked you is that his position? That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, is that his stated position today?
And
that's what I'm asking you.
He hadn't stated anything contrary different from that position. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So, but once again, I always thank you for the dialogue. We don't have to agree, but it's good that we get to see different sides of the argument, because when you're speaking, Sarge, it does require me to kind of think and research a little bit. So I appreciate it, even though we don't agree. But I know in my heart, and I believe this, that you want to see Black people free as much as I do. Mm-hmm. So as long as we agree on that accord, and you're a strong Black woman. Oh, and I saw you in Jason's Black documentary too. Good work.
Race War.
Race War. I just want to say, stay strong, Sarge, and hopefully we can all widen our minds and help each other as Black people to become free. And that's just the end of that. Shout out to the third. Thank you, Fred, for letting me express myself and get that off. And thank you, Sarge, for your opinions and your views, because we need it all in the spectrum of getting free as Black people.
Yeah, well, we want the same thing, and there's more than one way to get anywhere, right? When you drive down the street, there's 2 or 3 streets that'll get you to the same end result. But in getting to that end result, you might take the streets and I may take the freeway, but we wind up at the same location. I may not stop at stop signs if I'm on the streets, but that's just what I choose to do. I don't fuck with stop signs, right?
And it's respected though, and that's why we all should have respectful dialogue and learn that even though I don't agree with your position, I can see where you're coming from. I can understand it, and we move forward with the goal of trying to do everything we can to help Black people become free people, a free people that can express the way they feel without being hindered and practice our culture and our lifestyle. So until we're able to do that, I think we're just gonna keep pushing the line until we get to where we need to be. So that's my call. Thank y'all, and I'm gonna get back in the chat and get back to work and continue listening.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good night.
Appreciate you. I think let me get Terrence. Terrence Bailey, salute Queen Sergeant Cheryl Dorsey. I really appreciate you, man. Salute to the chat. DB, Fred, and the chat. Christopher Journet.
Oh, that's nice.
Salute. Well, you might as well say this because
salute Fred and the intelligent woman. Like I said last night, don't vote the white one. Who do we vote for then? Is there somebody else?
Yeah. You know, a great apology will be a repeal of that law. That would be a great apology. That's it. But we just waiting on DB to call. DB, Corner Girl. What's up, Corner Girl? What's up? How you been? Where you been? So I think it's gonna get more contentious as we get closer. So
well, and it's unfortunate because, like I said at the very beginning, I think that's what this was designed to do, right? I think it was designed to have us at each other's throats.
Well, it was gonna do that anyway, because we're talking about personal securities. You know what I mean? And people literally think that their personal securities are at risk. You know, personal securities are at risk. So, which they are. So drop the link, nigga. Nigga, you had 2 hours and 11 minutes. Nigga, I ain't dropping no link.
I just dropped the link right there.
Okay. Oh shit.
There you go. Go ahead.
Oh, you wanted to come? You lucky son of a biscuit. Oh, you just. All right, man. I'll drop the link for Terrence, man. That old ass nigga, man. I'll drop the link for him, man. Man, don't be pausing, nigga. Don't be pausing, okay? No pauses. No pauses. Talk straight through. Don't breathe, okay? Just one. Put your consensus all together. This nigga.
You asking for miracles, Frederick.
Shit, I do believe in Jesus, nigga. Fuck you mean.
Try Jesus. But try me.
But not Sergeant Dorsey. Try Jesus. But not Sergeant Dorsey.
Part 4 said, I've been going at everybody. I'm not going at everybody. I'm very passionate about my position. I'm just honorary that way.
So next week is gonna be worse because we're gonna be on the edge next week. So
yeah, I'm not gonna be on the edge. I got my Orville Redenbacher. I'm sitting back just watching. I'm staying out of folks' business.
Well, you better hurry up, TB. Shit. Cause I ain't gonna, man, hurry up. You see the link in the chat. It'll take you 4 seconds. Oh man. So what's up, DB?
Oh, nothing much, man. So you said, what does it take to start a new party, huh?
Yeah. Did you Google it?
No, I didn't. No, I just sit back. I just sat back and listened. But I know once I get a chance to talk to Tony Muhammad and talk to some of the leadership, I'm gonna ask that same question. I think that's a good question.
Yeah.
I said,
and why hasn't anybody started one before now? Why? I mean, elections happen every year. They don't sneak up on us. Folks been saying the same thing for years. So why hasn't that happened? Is what I want to know.
I think somebody mentioned, I can't think of who it is, and maybe it was Part 4, maybe it was Reggie Cheesy. I can't remember, but somebody said once we get a Democrat in office, then that kind of lulls black folks back to sleep. And I think because we've been going back and forth, I don't think we've had more than two conservative or 2 GOP or 2 Republicans. And then there's always a Democrat that comes back in as I'm doing air quotes, the so-called savior, and everybody kind of falls back asleep. And, we just kind of rest on hoping that something magical happens. So every time we put this person in office, we don't think about the next step. You know what I mean? We just kind of like sit back and just want something magical to happen. But I think, and it's something that Fred alluded to, everybody in the world should know, I don't fuck with Donald Trump like that. But I think that was kind of a semi-blessing in disguise for us to kind of make us have these conversations. Because if he wasn't in office, these conversations probably wouldn't happen at all. You know what I mean? Or if they did, they would be real short. But we go weeks and months on end having these conversations. So I just think that having a bunch of liberals in office all the time, that probably is the main reason that we haven't thought about having our own party. So
yeah, well, we have these conversations, and this ain't nothing new. This conversation has been going on. It didn't just start, and so I think this is just the cycle of life, right? Just like we were talking at the beginning, there's no mention of Breonna Taylor. Why? Because everyone knows that within 48 hours, everybody's going to forget what was going on 48 hours ago, and so I think about police issues and when this kind of really jumped off and got everybody's attention. 2014, Eric Garner, Mike Brown, that was the beginning. And what has changed? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing has changed. There's been a lot of money thrown at families. There's been a lot of pretend faux justice, faux reform on both sides, pretense in terms of police policy and when officers can use deadly force and when officers can't. And what has changed? Nothing. We had just last weekend, Jonathan Price shot and killed 6 years after Eric Garner and Mike Brown and Ezell Ford and Tamir Rice and John Crawford and Laquan McDonald, and I could go on and on and on. And so I don't see anything changing because of this. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I just don't. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about it. I mean, we could talk about it, I don't know how long I'll be in the shop. We'll do this dance again in another 6 years, and we'll see what happened from this day going forward.
Facts. What's up, TB?
What's up, Fred?
Sir.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. To back up what you were saying, when these issues happen with certain people that look like us, and everybody says, "Oh, sue." What does that do? What does that do for us on a collective? No. It doesn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? That one family may get, a monetary reward, but that's not reparations. That's not nowhere. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're getting reparations for, or some type of monetary award for the loss to their family. But what about all of us on a whole? Because this is a national thing, not an individual thing. So when one person is unjustly killed in a traffic stop, okay, that's one thing. But we are all nationally victimized on a whole different, on a national level. If you get what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why, I kind of talk a little mess about, these 2 or 3 civil rights attorneys that everybody keeps going back to, right? Because they seem to, because of who they are and the name recognition, people will throw money at the families to shut them up, right? And so, I hate to say it, but I feel like they too are complicit. And if people aren't getting killed, if Black folks aren't getting killed, then they don't have a reason to go to court. And so maybe there's no there's nothing in it for them to really get that justice that they pretend that they want. It's got to stop. Well, if this shit stops, then you don't get a half of $12 million, right? Or a third.
Yeah. So, just us means just us, and that just us is not us. You know what I'm saying? Just us means just us, and it's not. Black folk are not included in that just us. That's not the way it's structured. So me personally, man, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the whole damn thing. I appreciate you, Sergeant Dorsey, for your encouragement, and I hope something comes out of this. But on a whole, I'm just tired. You know what I mean? It's encouraging to me to see a lot of people that are voting with no party affiliation. That's encouraging them. That's very encouraging to me. So that the people are breaking away from, parties, because this country, the way this country was founded, it was never the purpose of the country to have parties in the first place.
All right, we gotta get Sergeant Dorsey out of here. motherfucker.
I'm gonna wrap it up. But me and I've talked to several of my family elders and the president of our family or whatever, and all of us are just sick and tired of it, and we're damn sure sick and tired of the Republican Party invoking our family name, saying that we're a party of Frederick Douglass, because you have no standing in that type of, in his doctrine, no standing whatsoever. And so, I mean, like, me personally, I'm like very, very tired and like damn near ready to damn give up, to be honest.
Well, don't do that. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so, as frustrating as it is, and I hope I don't give that off when I say what I say, even though I'm a Debbie Downer and I'm a pessimist, but I still will press on, because somebody out there is listening and will hear something that will resonate, and maybe they will be the one to take the banner and move it further down the road. So, we can't give up. We can't afford to give up. But I'm not naive in expecting that all of a sudden great things are going to happen because of a thing I said and or did. I'm not that either.
Well, thank you for your time, sir. Good night, Fred.
Appreciate
it. You're trying to get rid of me anyway.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get rid of you.
All right,
hey,
bye.
Johnny, can you beam in tomorrow, nigga? You got 30 seconds? 30 seconds. 30 seconds, nigga. I'm hanging up on you in 30 seconds. Go. 30.
What's up? Hey, I want to let y'all know I got this. I got this back up on Reggie Owens' channel tonight. You don't want to miss it. I feel like I am the best artist in the barbershop. Fred, I am the most talented person in this barbershop. Check me out tonight on Reggie Owens' platform, man. I'm going for the W. We ain't taking no losses, you dig? I feel like Floyd Mayweather in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Yes, sir.
Who you bet? I know you.
It don't matter. Fred, I swear it don't even. Yeah, the waves is always spinning, Fred. You know what I'm saying? I got the waves for the babies, man. Ain't nothing changed now. But Fred, I want to say this. I'm calling out the whole chat. Everybody in the chat. If y'all think you can rap, y'all think y'all can make music, I'm the fucking best. I'm the fucking best. And I'm going to keep it like that, bro. And I'm calling out everybody. It doesn't matter who my opponent is, Fred. It don't matter. I can't be beat. I'm the best. I'm the best, bro.
Perfect.
I bet. Check me out. Reggie Owens.
You got to
turn up.
Yeah, we on.
All right.
We on there.
Haney.
I heard it the other night.
Yeah, the best fighter. Sergeant Devin Haney's the best fighter in the world. Check out Devin Haney.
Bye, nigga. See you tomorrow. Peace, King. Peace. All right. Hey, DOG215 said he just here for the Dorsey bop. He's here for the Dorsey bop. Donald 65. Yeah, whatever this nigga name is. I don't know what nigga name. What's this nigga name? Donald, now
the 65-year-old G Grant with the $5 holla. He said, I hope these young kings look as good as we did when they reach our age. Salute.
Who said Sergeant you look good? Who said you look good?
And what's our R? Who's the R in there? Our age. Who's he talking to?
Facts. This nigga don't know. Man, I told y'all niggas. When a woman asks for water, man, y'all give her room temperature and cold, man, or chilled. Y'all niggas this is the most presumptuous group of men in the history of YouTube. Everybody
God bless us for that.
These niggas, man. Y'all niggas. I'm talking to y'all niggas.
Yeah, I'm in that group too.
Yeah.
Hey, DB.
Yeah, how you doing, Queen?
I'm doing well, sir.
Yeah, and I'm unbelievable, man. It's a beautiful day. We out here with this California sunshine, palm trees and sunflowers. The energy is good.
Show tomorrow, Sarge.
Yeah.
Can I answer it?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, Sarge. So you guys don't forget Sergeant Dorsey on tomorrow. Sarge, who you got on tomorrow?
It'll just be me, and I got to check my energy level. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. TB made a good point. I can't wait for this fucking election shit to be over, because this shit it's like channeling all like my free mental like happy energy. You know what I mean?
Draining. It's draining.
Just can we just get the November 4th, please? Just get my vote is already in, and I'm only one man, and just can we just get this shit over with for real? I want to get it over with. I'm with it. I'm with it.
And you know what? As I'm thinking right here, right now, because you guys got me up all late, I got to go moisturize my face and everything and get my beauty sleep. I may just take a mental health day tomorrow. I do that a lot. Man. Fred, I don't know how you do this every night. Sometimes I just have to step away. I'm like, you know what?
Oh,
not tonight.
Facts.
Not tonight.
Or maybe you can take a shortened day. You don't have to go for an hour and a half. You just go for a good 20 minutes.
When I'm on my channel, it's just an hour. I never do more than an hour because that's all I'm willing to give.
Yeah. So you can do a hot day tomorrow. Go on and do a quick 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, maybe I'll just say, hey, what's up? Y'all good?
Yeah. Get some energy from folks all around the world.
Nah, they do.
YouTube.
They do give me life. Give us life.
Okay.
This is, you see, I know everybody by first name and shit. Like we eat dinner every night and shit.
Yeah. Well, y'all kind of do.
Yeah. Right. We do.
Yeah. Y'all kind of do. I'm starting to see some regulars and know who's who in the zoo. I got Thrill and OG and Eric from STL and a couple other familiar names and faces. So it's all good.
Comments, and I just be moving around when you're on, because that's prime adult. That's prime parenting hours when you're on. So I'm moving and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Prime parenting hours. Oh, Frederick, you're something else. Hey, Sergeant Dorsey, I did want to ask a question to you. I know your children are grown now. And Fred, actually, you can probably answer this too. Hopefully this doesn't take more than about 2 to 3 minutes. But when considering a school for your children, what are some of the primary things that you look for?
Honestly, my biggest concern was outside of safety, because I think that's a pretty common thread, right? Make sure these motherfuckers get home. I wanted like Black leadership. So, and I got that. And I wanted him to be around like Black and Asian kids. So, but he's at a predominantly Black school, and all the extras came different. But I was really, really impressed with, he has a Black male principal, which is super rare. I mean, that's like exceptionally rare. And it's a accelerated school. Like his whole elementary will be in Spanish. So
got it. Sarge?
So for me, it was just, I really didn't have a lot of concerns because my kids grew up in the suburbs. So, I didn't have to worry about safety or any of that kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, I think the onus was on me and their dad to make sure that they were whole and that they had what they needed. And so I didn't really look to a school to give them anything other than the basics. Right?
That's a good point. I don't, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not holding the school accountable for teaching my kids. As weird as that may sound, like I'm not like
you mean responsible, not accountable.
I'm not. I don't know. Whichever one makes sense. I don't know. But you guys correct me as I move forward. I'm just saying, like,
it could be both. Actually, it could be responsible and it could be accountable.
Like if they say, I don't care if he gets a A or a B. I personally don't care. Like as long as the growth, the maturation of the human being, like the social skills, the interactions, because I know, because I'm an adult, that it like common sense is so powerful, like and natural intelligence, like or organic intelligence, like multiplication. That's not organic, but in addition to that, multiplication, addition, and that shit comes. That shit comes like with age for the most part. You know, you just pick up on shit like that, you know, but you know, I know it's a learned behavior, so I don't want all the motherfucking ingeniouses coming in and correcting me, but I'm not big on he got to be valedictorian. I don't need none of that shit. I just want him to be safe. I want him to grow socially. I want him to have a skill set, and that's it. But I'm not holding the teacher accountable. Why he didn't get an A? I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah. Valedictorian is the kind of doctor that work with animals, right?
No, sir, that's a veterinarian.
No, I'm clowning.
But you already knew.
Sergeant Dorsey. We need Sergeant Dorsey as a family member. Shit, my eyes start. I don't know why my eyes get tired. I bet that's probably come with age and shit. We need Sergeant Dorsey as a family member as Bailey. No, that shit is a fucking corrupt sentence, right?
Well, what he's saying is he's trying to adopt me or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Trying to he wants to make me family. We can some kind of way. I bet if I messed around with ancestry.com, we might be kin.
That shit is all set up.
Right.
My mom swears by. I'm like, Mom, you so silly.
Yeah, I can't give nobody my saliva. I don't know what they do with it.
It's not even that. It's not even that.
Give it to me.
That's what you say.
You just keep on digging and digging. Next thing you know, man, that shit is all hogwash. They just type in your address and look at you. You send them a picture and they're like, oh, he's Ugandan.
Yeah, right. How do you know? How do you even prove authenticated?
Man,
there's no way.
Whole bunch of, and they keep you attached for years, man. Oh, you was related to Kuta Kinte? Yeah, I was his 14th cousin.
All right, man. We going past overtime because I know Sarge got to get out of here, man. But Sarge, when will you know if you're going live tomorrow?
At 4:55. Yeah. I'll know for sure by then. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of being me and doing what I do. I answer to no one.
Isn't that a beautiful?
It's a beautiful thing.
Hey, Sarge, I said that shit today, man. Like I said this today, and this is not to offend anybody, but I'm saying this respectfully. Like, you have no idea if you are getting paid by someone and or by another man or another woman, you have no idea what's it like to say every morning you got to go feed your family. You don't know, you don't understand the fearlessness that comes with that shit. The anxiety that comes with this shit. Your shit is programmed. You got a built-in salary. You got a built-in vacation. I ain't got that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it comes with the mindset and the fearlessness that goes into that shit, and it has its pluses and minuses now. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all niggas that it's the motherfucking best every day, but you know what I mean? But anyways, man. Ancestry.com, nigga. Go pay your $19.99 and you'll be on that motherfucker for 7 years. Next thing you know, Christopher Columbus was your great uncle and shit. You know what I mean? And you 25% Australian or some shit. What the fuck they call that? You was Aborigine.
Reggie said he did his, and it says he was related to King Tut.
You believe that? I don't believe none of that shit, man. That shit is so programmed, man. Man, they put you in a database and spit that shit out with algorithms, just like they do Instagram, Facebook, and shit. You know what I mean?
Is that his last name?
Who?
Algorithms?
Yeah, Al. Yeah.
Keep up, Mustard. Or catch up, Mustard. There you go. All right, man. Yeah. So, Fred, I think we need to do a show on education for the youth. Though I think there's a lot of parents.
Well, let's bring some teachers in here. We got some educators. Yeah, we got some teachers in the chat. Come on in. We got some principals in the chat. Shit. Yeah, come on in. DM me. It's important. It's really important.
Yeah.
Because
All right. Well, to the family in here, man. Before we get out of here, because I know Sarge is way beyond her this is way beyond her time. You know, we don't want her to turn into a werewolf once 12 o'clock hits.
Yeah.
A beautiful werewolf, might I add.
Yeah,
but Hustler
irony.
Slam, Anthony Lumar, DOG.
He didn't want you to snap on him. That's why he said beautiful werewolf.
Yeah,
Way to clean it up.
Yeah, he cleaned that shit.
Right.
It wasn't really a cleanup. It was still a spill. It's just, he wiped it up, but the floor's still sticky. You know.
Yeah. I'm one of those people. I'm okay with making mistakes, and I'm good to take an ass whooping. I'm all good with that. Yeah. The Sweet Science Examiner, Bruce Goes, my brother Bruce, Eric Jenkins, the Black Banter, Trap Lord, Akondo Sammy Hassan, Mark Wonderly, Main Event, Mark, The Messenger 215, Jason G. Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens going live after this, right down the street with some hip hop for that ass.
11:50.
Eli Zachary in the building.
11:50.
Be to God.
Reggie Owens, 11:50. Reggie Owens, 11:50.
11:50.
15
Terrence Bailey Sr., the new adoptive cousin of Sergeant Dorsey, SS Caesar. Happy birthday to Lil Caesar, and happy birthday to my brother Picasso. Right on. Jarvis Johnson filling the building. Hustler Slim. Yeah, let's see. I think that is just about it. H Money. Catch you over there soon. Bam Bam Tweed. Hometown. OG. Donald Grant. And the Deacon ain't been in here in a while. I know he probably listening in early in the morning, but
he was here.
Shout out to the Deacon.
Super chat.
Oh, he was here?
He super
Okay,
chatted,
yeah. I checked out for a few seconds. So, all right on. Ethiopian Eyes, and to the DJ Fred. Play the song, Fred!
Oh, shit, I ain't even said it, man. The fuck it. I was just so. Hey, some nigga came in the chat, was like, damn, she fine. Did you see that? Did you see that?
He seems to know of what he speaks.
the nigga is an atheist.
Hey, back off, buddy. She's all mine.
Oh man, I met Sergeant Dorsey today for the first time in the history of civilization. Yeah,
that was nice. Too bad we couldn't. We have to get together early. And DB, you have to come so we can actually sit down and have a snack together. I was grabbing something and then I had to get back east.
Yeah, you had that traffic to deal with. Yeah, how was it? Bad? Good?
Yeah, my window of opportunity was closing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You gotta chill out and let her do the bop. That's what everybody waiting on.
Okay.
Got my skates on, backward skates for girls.
Cause the devil is a lie. Hey.
Telling you the truth. Hey. Hey. Hey, you think on a local level in the upcoming elections, if both our platforms can kind of have put some pressure on some politicians locally? No, fuck national, but just locally.
Listen, you couldn't even get old girl to let me come on with you with her. What's up with that?
Okay, I'm just asking.
You see, I mean, I'm down, but you know, those who know me know what I'm capable of, right? And if you don't want to answer those questions, then you know. Yeah.
No, I'm just thinking just for future reference. You know what I mean?
I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan would be, but I'm just saying it's worth the shot. You know, locally.
You know, if Holly Mitchell gets elected, I would love to, you know, see if she would come on with you and I together now that she's elected and ask her those tough questions. I'm really bothered. I don't live in LA County, but I'm really bothered by the fact that Sheriff Villanueva is allowed to maintain a department that has known, documented, hardcore
charges, right?
Gangsters on his department.
But do Asia Brown have the right to terminate that contract?
She's the mayor. I mean, you know, I don't know when they dissolved Compton PD because that was a whole shit show. And so somebody's got to see. That's the problem when you start defunding the police and you bring in other entities. Sometimes you're going to bring in something that's worse or just as bad. So why not fix that thing that you have? Right? What's the point in bringing in somebody else if you're not going to fix what was wrong with the other group?
17 gangs.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. What's up, DB?
Oh man, it was a great show. You know, We had our bits and pieces. We fell off a little bit, but we came right back into it. I see a couple of more family members that came in. Dave, Jack, part 4. And we see y'all. We love y'all, man. If y'all not at Reggie Owens, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Jim Broadway, we see you, man. We catch y'all at Sergeant Dorsey's at 5 o'clock. If we don't catch you then, we'll catch you here tomorrow night in less than 24 hours. Peace and hair grease, all my people. And love, respect, and good energy. Peace.
All right, love you, DB. All right, see you tomorrow. Yep. Oh, I'll see you at Reggie Owens, and we'll see y'all niggas tomorrow night. Peace, y'all.